Hello and welcome into the Dean Withers Show. I am Dean Withers, and today we will be debating 100 Trump supporters. Real quick before we hop into it, I'll tell you guys how this works. Over here on my phone, I'm currently live streaming on TikTok, running a debate platform where anybody can request to join up and have a conversation with me. In fact, we already have someone by the name of David loaded into the live over here, so we're going to hop right into the debates. What is going on, David? You told me that you are 52 years old and that you voted for Trump. If you want to go ahead and take that mic and tell me why you voted for Trump, the floor is yours.
Oh, I just thought he was a better leader.
A better leader. So why do you think that Donald Trump, the adjudicated rapist that wants to ethnically cleanse in the Middle East with tax policy that only helps people that make over $400,000 per year when we'd factor his tariffs into account, is the better leader?
Well, he's probably going to end the war in Ukraine. He's probably going to get the hostages out of for Israel. He's already got 11 hostages released that were held. Let's see. He's looking for waste and corruption, trying to save his money. What else?
I could just respond to those first 2 points.
He's going to extend the tax. He's going to repeal regulations. So therefore probably generating the economy. He's going to, these are things that he's talked about. He saved girls' sports, right?
Okay, so I could just respond to those first 2 points real quick. So let's just go ahead and hop into things. So first and foremost, you told me that he's going to end the war in Ukraine. So if he would have any impact on the war between Russia and Ukraine, it's just going to be pressuring Ukraine into giving up their sovereign territory to Russia, which is a bad thing. Not to mention that he's already kind of
okay, let me know when you get to an end of a sentence.
He's already let us down on his end of the promise there because he said that he'd end it in the first 24 hours of his presidency and he failed. And then B, about getting hostages released from both Israel and Hamas. So that was actually a part of a ceasefire agreement brokered and negotiated by the Biden-Harris administration. The only influence that Trump could have possibly had on that was to postpone Israel accepting it. Not to mention, if you care about hostages on either side, you're just telling us that you care about, like human rights violations. So hopefully you'd very strongly condemn and not support Donald Trump because he wants to violate the human rights
Take
of
a breath,
1.4
Dean.
million innocent Palestinians living on the Gaza Strip, right? The whole ethnic cleansing thing.
Dean, let me ask you one question.
I'd appreciate it if you'd respond to my statement before you ask a question.
Oh my God, that rambling crap you just spewed out of your mouth?
So it wasn't rambling crap. If you'd like me to kind of
You want to
shorten
ramble
it,
it
I
again?
can do
No,
it in 2 sentences.
I don't want to hear it again.
Well, I want to make sure that you're able to understand my point so we could have a productive conversation. And 2 sentences are left. First point, he made us a promise that he'd end the war in Ukraine in 24 hours after his inauguration.
Who in their right mind thinks that's possible?
Donald Trump. And then B.
No, you do, Dean, but no one else on the planet does.
That's a promise Donald Trump made.
Oh, okay. Who in their right mind think that's going to happen?
Donald Trump, once again.
You thought it was going to happen?
No, I didn't say me. I said Donald Trump.
Well, who thought it was going to happen, Dean?
Donald Trump.
Yeah, he said it, but did he think it was actually going to happen? No.
Oh, so you're just telling us you think Trump lies?
Yeah, he lied. Just like Biden lied for the last 4 years about his condition.
What was the biggest lie?
What was the biggest lie Biden had? Yeah. His mental condition, Dean.
Okay, lying about his cognitive states. So I have a question.
Yeah, that's a big one.
What is it? What do you think is a bigger lie? If we just accept that was a lie, Biden lying about his mental state, or Trump lying about the outcome of the 2020 election, eroding public trust in our civil electoral processes while convincing
Biden won.
Okay, if I should move on from Trump lying about the outcome of 2020, why shouldn't you move on from Biden lying about his cognitive states?
You think that was something that was good for America, to have a person incapacitated in charge?
Oh, okay. So I actually think that Biden
and then you guys denied it?
So I think that Biden was significantly better fit for the presidency compared to Trump. I'd rather have the old man with some cognitive decline caused by old age with policy that benefits America, that genuinely cares about humans, compared to the old man that's mentally deranged, that raped a woman, that wants to ethnically cleanse the Gaza Strip, that passes policy that actively hurts Americans and non-Americans alike, that lied about the outcome of the 2020 election for 4 years, while also serving as the largest internal threat to our democracy since the Civil War when he tried to rig the outcome of the 2020 election.
Take a breath.
I'm done. I mean, I cooked the filet. It's,
No, you
it's
didn't cook anything, Dean.
I cooked
All
you.
you did was
David.
ramble. No, you didn't. So how do you solve a war without talking?
Denial is a
How
river in
does how
Egypt.
does Putin and Zelensky get a ceasefire and get a peace agreement without talking to one another? Tell me how that happens.
I don't even know what you're asking. If I'm going to be honest, and I don't understand which
You
point
don't
on
know
the
what
list
I'm
this
asking.
addresses. So
Are they
so
talking,
David,
Dean?
I just want to clarify. Does this address any point I made, or are you pivoting and making a new point?
Dean, I don't listen to your points. You're rambling crap.
Okay, so if you are actively,
All
explicitly
you're doing is
admitting,
talking very fast and rambling a bunch of talking points from the Democratic Party like a Muppet.
so David, I'd like to clarify. I'm not talking fast. You're listening
Now, here's the
slow.
thing.
I'd
You
also
are.
no. One moment, David. I'm still speaking. Be a good boy and
I
listen.
know. You never shut up.
Be a good boy.
Here's the thing.
No, no. Be a
Let
good
me
boy.
ask you a question, big
David, I
boy.
don't want
Let's
to.
see what an adult you
I
are.
really
Do
don't want to
you
mute you. I'm
buy
gonna have to. I'm gonna have to mute you. Unfortunately, right? I didn't want to have to do that, David. I just want to be able to have a productive conversation with Trump supporters on the internet, but then they got to go all fucking crash out mode on me because I'm giving you arguments that you can't refute. Okay. By the way, this whole I don't listen to a single point that you make shit. Okay. It's a really bad look, David. That's unironically some shit that like a third grader would say. And that's some shit third graders do say. Have you ever heard the la 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 la? I'm not listening to you. Have you ever heard that? Okay, because I sure have. Okay, I remember like unironically being in kindergarten. Yes, kindergarten, and having a confrontational conversation with somebody else in my class, and then they were like, "Talk to the fucking hand." I remember that. That really happened to me. That is a real memory that I have. And that's exactly what you're doing right now. So my question to you is, why are you unironically acting like a kindergartner?
Are you done?
Yeah, please respond.
You're a child.
No, you're a child. You're the one that is literally emulating an experience that I had when I was 7. I told you about the whole talk to the hand, la 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 la
You're
la,
a,
I'm not listening to you thing.
Dean,
You are unironically emulating a precise experience that I had in kindergarten, okay? Please.
which you remember
Yes.
because you're a child.
I remember that interaction in kindergarten.
Let me show you how
because
you're
I
a
have a
child.
very good memory, David.
Dean, let me show you how you're a child.
Oh, God. Once again, not responding to anything I say. David, can you please name one thing that I've said that you've responded to while you've been up here?
No, you talk way too fast, Dean. So let me. You just ramble, just puke out words. So let me explain something to you to show that you're a child. Do you buy health insurance, Dean?
I do, actually, yes.
No. So how much do you pay?
Way too much.
You don't buy health insurance, Dean, because you'd be able to spout that number right off the top of your head.
I'm not
Your mother
telling you how
buys
much.
health
I'm not
insurance.
telling you how much I pay for
Why
health
not,
insurance.
Dean? It's not military secrets.
Because
You don't
it's just
buy health
information that I'd rather
insurance,
not
Dean.
tell you. Unfortunately,
You don't. Your
no,
parents buy it,
no,
Dean.
I literally.
Your parents buy it, Dean.
My parents don't buy my health insurance. I literally buy my own health insurance.
How much is it?
I'm not telling you
Why?
because it's information that you don't need to know.
What's the big secret?
I don't know, personal boundaries, but I forgot Trump supporters never respect those. Remember when Donald Trump didn't respect the boundaries of E. Jean Carroll and literally
You don't want to
forcefully
tell
raped
us
her?
because you have no idea how much health insurance costs.
Okay, I mean, you could assume whatever you want without evidence. That's kind of what you guys do.
Where do you buy it from? What's the company?
Yeah, it's a provider based out of Boulder, Colorado in association with CU. I started getting it from there when I was a student, and then I continued outside of service through their student services after I, like took deferment for two semesters.
And your parents don't pay it for you.
No, unfortunately not.
So it must be expensive.
Yeah, can we talk about politics instead of health insurance?
No, this is better.
Okay, so you're admitting that if we were to talk about politics, that I'd win every time?
No, you'd ramble for 15 minutes.
Esther, thank you for the shiny air balloon. How about I just make a very concise point that I'll have you rebuttal? Kamala Harris's economic policy was significantly better than Trump's. The reason it was significantly better than Trump's was because it served 100 million American workers and the low and the middle class. Meanwhile, Trump's, all things considered, when we'd also look at his tariffs, only benefits people making over $395,000 per year. And this is in accordance with a study done by the Institution of Economics and Taxation.
That's great. The problem with Kamala, did I say her name right? Kamala?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good, because I was worried. The problem with Kamala is she couldn't put a sentence together.
So then why did she absolutely mug Donald Trump at the presidential debate? And it was so bad where then Donald Trump started accusing her of wearing an earpiece to know what to say back to him and accused her of getting the questions early.
Dean, did you ever watch her in any interview?
Valerie, thank you for the $10 donation on PayPal saying keep up the great job. I really appreciate you for the love.
Why did she
Jody
lose?
with the $2 and Astani, thank you for the $10 on PayPal as well. Yes, I believe that Kamala Harris lost the election because the average American associated the inflation in the country during the last 4 years with being caused by the incumbent's presidency. My evidence for this point would be that 35% of respondents to exit polls following the election indicated that inflation was the primary reason for their vote for Trump, not to mention that
Dean,
this is also a trend that
inflation
we
is
saw in the global.
transitory. Don't you remember?
One second, I'm still speaking. That this is
Oh, you never
also
stop.
this is also a trend that we saw in the global stage. Typically,
Right.
incumbencies would win elections. Okay, however, this year on the global stage, it was atypical for an incumbency to win because people all around the world associated inflation caused by the pandemic with being caused by their presidency.
Fantastic. Hey, Dean, you want to run her again?
Do I want to what again?
You want to run Kamala again?
Yeah, I think that Kamala Harris could have a successful run for presidency. However, I'd probably prefer somebody like Pete Buttigieg or AOC. Now, you've been asking me a lot of questions. Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Just call me a racist, Dean.
Okay, David, you're really strange.
That's what you're gonna do. That's what you're gonna do,
I'm just
Dean.
gonna go ahead and ask you a question. Would you ever support a president that willfully and intentionally let violent offenders that beat up cops roam free on the streets?
Did he just pardon them?
So I'm going to go ahead and just clarify. There's two possible answers to the question that I asked you.
Anymore. They've been pardoned.
So there's two possible
You've been pardoned.
there's two possible answers to the question I asked you. One possible answer is yes. One possible answer is no. And David, I'm going to be blunt with you, buddy. If you're unable to answer this question, I'm going to go ahead and just kick you and move on. But I really want to provide you with an ample and able opportunity to provide an answer to this question.
So you want to use January 6th?
So that was not a yes or a no. Do you need me to repeat the question?
No. Now let me ask you a question.
Okay, well, actually, so I'm actually setting up an argument. And the argument requires me to ask that question.
This is a gotcha moment. Go ahead.
So yes, it is. I'm about to get you, quite frankly. But anyways, to go back to what I said.
Yeah, gotcha.
So you said that you never support a president that willfully and intentionally let a
Yes.
violent offender that
How
beat
did
up
I
a cop
vote
run
for
free on the
Trump?
streets. David, we're going to go put you on mute there. Good boy. So you answered no. So Donald Trump willfully and intentionally pardoned DJ Rodriguez, who drove a stun gun into a next cop and then pled guilty to it in court, while also having the cop speak against him. So it is the case that Donald Trump did willfully and intentionally let a violent offender that beat up a cop, violent assault on a PO, roam free in the streets. So if you answered my last question, genuinely, seemingly, into a next cop, did I say that? Into a cop's neck, sorry you guys. Seemingly you wouldn't support Trump. Sorry guys, I meant cop's neck, not next cop. Now go ahead, David. Respond to that.
Okay. So, no, I don't agree with that at all, Dean. Do you agree with releasing a migrant to go ahead and murder Laken Riley when they had him and could have deported him? Do you agree with that? Do you support that?
So I don't mind answering your question after.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
So David, I will give you the response to your question after.
It's just a
you
yes
can
or
answer
no.
mine. And I
just did.
And no, you
I said
didn't.
No.
Because what you gave me was a contradiction that I believe is required to address. So you told me that you do still support Donald Trump. However, you told me that you would never support a president that willfully and intentionally let a violent offender who beat up a cop roam free in the streets. So the contradiction here is that is something Donald Trump did. All right, that your answer to the question would imply that you would thereby never support Donald Trump. However, you still support Donald Trump. Can you explain the hypocrisy given your position?
Yes, because we don't have perfect candidates.
Okay, but it's still a contradiction nonetheless because you said that you never support a president that did one of these things.
So what
you're
should
still
I have
supporting
done?
him.
What should I have done?
Okay, David, do you know what a contradiction is?
What should I have just?
Well,
should I have
seemingly
just?
if
That happened.
if you'd follow
should
your,
I have
if you,
just said
if
I
you-
have to vote for Kamala?
So yes, unironically, if you'd follow,
I would
your
have
own
had
logic,
to vote for Kamala.
Well, you just went out had to vote for Trump. That's a whole other step.
I would have had to vote for Kamala.
So once again, right? The question I asked you was, if a president did X, would you ever support this president? You said
I
no.
already answered your question.
You answered no, though, right?
Yes, that is correct. I answered no.
Okay, so this would
And yet I did
so this would
anyway.
mean that you would never support
And
Trump,
yet I did anyway.
and
Right?
that's what we call contradiction.
Right. And 78 million people joined me.
Okay, so 78 million people were contradictory. Like, what do you?
Yes.
Like, I'm so confused.
Yes, because they wouldn't support that either.
Okay, David, I'm just gonna go ahead and kick you, right? Like, if you're just saying like, yes, that's a contradiction in my view, but it's okay because millions of people agree with me. Unfortunately, we're just gonna move on. What is up? Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you got a lot of background noise.
Chill.
So we're gonna go ahead and kick you and move on. I do apologize. Yo, Irene, thank you so much for the $10 donation over on PayPal. Irene says you don't talk fast. Trump supporters just listen slow. Dead ass Irene. Thank you so much. Everybody, please show some love to Irene down below in that comment section for the 10 bucks. At least 100 W's for Irene. I'd also like to point it out for everybody watching live. My Venmo account got suspended. It's gone. The only way to support this stream right now, if you're watching on TikTok, is through PayPal, which is linked in the bio. If you're watching on YouTube, you can support through Super Chats. So I just thought I would let all of you know. I don't know why the Venmo account got suspended. I don't know why it's gone. I just kind of woke up to an email saying that it's gone. But we're going to go ahead and get back to the debates. What is up, Mike? Did you vote for Trump? Okay, Mike's not here, you guys. Continue to spam MAGA down below in that chat. What is up, ABC? Did you vote for Trump?
Wait, this is real? Wait, you're actually Wait, no, I didn't. I just joined randomly. Like, don't kick me. Like, you're an actual
Sorry, we're just looking to debate Trump supporters, man. Yo, Gib, thank you so much for the 10 Canadian dollars and a super chat over on YouTube. Thank you so much, man. We get the next guest, Finlay, loaded up into the box. Here we go. If you guys are watching over on TikTok right now, make sure that we're double tapping on that phone screen. Let's try to get it up to 500,000 likes. As well, if you're watching over on YouTube right now, we only have 77 likes on the stream. Let's try to get up to 500. So, spam Trump, spam MAGA down below in that chat if you want to join. We're going to get our next guest up in the box as we speak, yo. Here we go, you guys. So, Kyla, thank you for the galaxy. What is up, Future Star? Did you vote for Trump? Okay, Future Star didn't vote for Trump, so I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the ground rules here. If you're in that queue, make sure that you voted for Trump. We only want to debate Trump supporters. BMW 98, did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
All right, BMW, why did you vote for the worst presidential candidate of your lifetime?
Well, actually, I wanted to ask you, I know you say in the caption there that Trump will be terrible for America. I think the word terrible is a bit much. Are there past presidents that you've also found to be terrible for the country?
Oh my God. Yeah, I'll answer that question in one moment. I just have to thank 3 people for their incredibly kind donations. Sid with the $100 YouTube super chat. Thank you so much for the $100 over YouTube super chat, Sid. I apologize for the interruption in the debate. I just really had to thank Sid. That is crazy. Please, if you're watching this live, show some love to Sid in all of the live chats. I'd also like to thank Emma for the $15 donation over on PayPal and Gwen with a $25 donation on PayPal. Gwen says, keep educating the masses. And Emma says, hope you're well, stay warm. It's cold outside. I agree. So shout out to Emma, Gwendolyn, and Sid. You guys are awesome, guys. Thank you so much. Anyways, so obviously there's other presidents that I believe that have been terrible. You said that you believe that the use of the word terrible is quite much. I'd actually say that it's not enough. I should probably change it to atrocious, or some synonymous term.
But do you think that could be damaging to some people, just their view of Trump or our government in general? Maybe someone who's not super educated on politics, when they see someone like you.
It's not damaging, it's educating.
by saying that Trump will be atrocious as a president?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. I don't know if I agree with that point. I feel like,
Well, I mean, obviously, you're going to disagree with that point because you voted for the guy. That's the point of these lives.
well, to
So
be
I'll just
honest,
simply
I'm
ask
not a
you why you
huge,
voted for Trump.
yeah. So just to preface, I'm not like a huge Trump fan. I feel like I honestly picked kind of the better of two negatives.
Yep. So the question is,
Um,
why do you think that Donald Trump is a better candidate compared to Harris? But before you answer that question, Jerry with a $50 super chat over on YouTube. Thank you so much for the love, Jerry. Oh my gosh. W's for Jerry in all of the live chats. Thank you for the $50 super chat, Jerry. At least 500 W's. Yeah, and by the way, if you're watching over on TikTok and you want to support the stream, and you can only support through Venmo, but that got banned, feel free to head over to the YouTube. You can find it through the link tree in the bio. They have like super chats on there where it takes anything. So I once again, I really appreciate you guys. But yeah, please tell us why you think that Donald Trump was the better presidential candidate compared to Kamala Harris.
yeah, I trust that he's going to get more done than Kamala would have. I feel like Kamala didn't really convince me, at least through the interviews and the public hearings that I watched of her. She didn't convince me that she would be able to negotiate with the top leaders of other countries. I mean, we saw that one 60 minutes interview get exposed where she couldn't answer simple questions, and I think that's problematic. And I've never seen Trump do anything like that. He's
It's
a
actually funny that you specify 60 minutes. Did you know that Donald Trump actually didn't even show up to 60 minutes? He was the first president in the last 65 years to do so. So, it's just funny that you're like,
Of
oh,
course he
well,
wouldn't,
Kamala
though.
Harris
Why
went
would
to.
he show up when they have that reputation of literally editing out Kamala's interview?
I'm so fucking wait. That the Kamala interview was supposed to be a Kamala and Donald Trump interview, okay? And no, they didn't edit it. They posted the full unedited version. And then B, if you are not pressed, not mad, or not questioning in the slightest why Donald Trump didn't even show up to 60 minutes, then there's absolutely no conceivable argument that you could make to give to me that somehow Kamala Harris is reprehensible for not answering a question during 60
Okay,
minutes.
it's not
Because
that
not
she.
only did Donald Trump not answer a question during 60 minutes, he didn't even show up to 60 minutes.
Okay,
Now, I just want to clarify here, okay? You're saying that you believe that Donald Trump will get more done for America. Can you please tell me what your favorite Trump policy is?
Well, actually, I want to address what you just said before that. First of all, Kamala might have answered the question, but it was a horrible answer. She got softball questions that even the guy who was interviewing her couldn't believe what he was hearing.
Okay, so if you just think that she's a
Secondly,
bad
Trump.
public speaker, not good at answering questions, why does she absolutely steam Donald Trump in their debate?
I don't think she steamed him in their debate. I honestly think the debate was pretty 50-50. I
I'm so
don't think
sorry,
Donald
calling that
Trump did
50-50.
well.
Even Donald Trump knows that he lost because after the fact, he was saying that it was a 3v1. He was saying that she got the questions early. And he even went so far as to say that she literally had an earpiece in so other people could give her talking points. Also, Jennifer, real quick, thank you for the $20 super chat over on YouTube saying, keep up the good work. We need you. Thank you so much for the love. Show some love to Jennifer in those live chats, as well as Flexi with a $10 super chat saying, what's up, Dean? Love the content. Thank you so much. Can you wish Sienna and Joseph a happy Valentine's Day? Yeah, happy Valentine's, Sienna and Joseph. Also, for everybody watching after the fact, I do apologize for the interruptions with me thanking individuals that are watching live for their donations. However, I really appreciate people that donate, and I want to make sure that they know that. So I've seen the comments, don't worry, but I did just want to address that. But please go ahead, BMW. Can you just tell me your favorite Trump policy? Because as far as I'm concerned, you haven't really given me much of substance here.
Yeah, I mean, so you want to hear a policy? Are you going to let me refute your other claims after trying to steamroll me and talk over me?
Yeah, man, just do that first. What claim did I make that you want to refute?
Yeah, but well, firstly about the interview, or not the interview, the debate between Trump and Kamala. I mean, I think it was pretty obvious to more than half of America that was a pretty biased debate. Obviously, Trump didn't do that well. I'll admit that, and I do think a lot of his talking points were not that good. But I do think there was bias on the side of the interviewers and with the fact checking having.
Yeah, I think that there was bias. There was pro-Trump, anti-Kamala Harris bias. Like, for instance, they gave Trump significantly more time to speak they let Trump interrupt more. They let Trump go past his time more. Meanwhile, they would explicitly tell Kamala Harris not to. If that was a 3v1, it was
Yeah,
Donald Trump and the moderators versus
that's just
Kamala
not
Harris.
true.
So what I just told you was an analytical fact. So if you calculate, right, the on-time screen time that both candidates spoke for, Donald Trump spoke for significantly longer than Kamala Harris did. Okay, and there's actually specific references in their conversation where Donald Trump had begged and pleaded with the interviewers to be able to speak past the time he was allotted, and they allowed him to. But then they didn't allow Kamala Harris to do that same
Okay,
thing.
I'm not really debating like the amount of time they got to speak. I'm more just saying the general impression that most of America got, which is why Trump won, is that the media and the interviewers.
So you're telling me if ABC wasn't quote unquote biased towards Kamala Harris, Trump would have lost?
No, I'm not saying that.
But you
I'm
just
saying
told me that was the reason Trump won.
No, I'm not saying that's the reason he won. I'm
Yes,
saying
you
that
did. No, you literally said that's, and I quote, why Trump won.
It's a reason that he won, yeah.
Okay, so what do you think the biggest reason is that he won?
I think people trust him more to run the country. They have, when they think back to when he was president, they feel that they were in a better place than when Biden was president. And even though I don't think Biden did a bad job by any means, but I think people felt very lied to by the media, which I'm sure you could admit, covering up Biden's mental health, like they should have just come out and admitted that he was sick, like they never did that. And I think that's a big reason why people didn't want to support Democrats, is because they felt lied to.
Okay. Would you say if Republicans lied more than Democrats, or Trump lied more than Biden or Harris, that you should stop supporting Trump and start supporting the Democrats because they are lesser of two evils insofar as transparency with the American people?
Wait, repeat that. You're saying would I support?
Yeah, would you become a Democrat if if it was objectively proven to you that Democrats are more transparent with the American people and lie less?
I understand your point there. I will say that I didn't vote for Trump solely.
Can you just give me a yes or no?
No, I would say no to that.
Oh, okay. So no, you wouldn't, of course, because it only matters when you think the Democrats are being dishonest, never the Republicans. And the biggest lie that you could give me from the last 4 years, right, is that they lied about Biden's mental state. Okay, so here's
That's
what my
a
thoughts.
huge lie.
So
That is
let's
a
just accept that's a
huge
huge lie. What's bigger, lying about Biden's mental state or lying about the outcome of the 2020 election for 4 years, convincing 70% of all Republicans, millions of Americans, to have virtues of distrust in our civil and electoral processes, eroding the foundation of our democracy, while also covertly trying to rig the outcome of the 2020 election through a staged coup to place fake votes in Congress for Trump? Which one's
So
worse?
I'm glad you brought this up, because I think Democrats they're not understanding what Trump means when he says that he didn't lose the election. Obviously, he lost the election, but his point that he's making and why he won't basically admit that he lost is because he felt cheated by the media when they wouldn't cover certain stories, which would have made a huge difference.
Wrong. Actually, wrong. Completely and 110% wrong. What did Trump say, right, on the night of the election in 2020? He said, stop the count, okay? He then threw a tantrum that all of these mail-in ballots that were democratically favored were false, fake, and rigged, okay? He then paid a board of people millions of dollars to investigate, to find any evidence that 2020 was literally rigged insofar as actual voter fraud, okay? He went to Bill Barr, the head of the DOJ, and said, I want you to falsely announce widespread voter fraud without sufficient evidence. He told Georgia to quote unquote find the votes. Okay. He then, right, installed several fake slates of electorates and sent them to 7 key swing states that Biden won that he lost with fake Trump votes from those states' governor's offices, and told them to cast them back to Congress so he could be certified for a second term and installed by his cronies, right? Your claim that Donald Trump didn't actually think he literally won the 2020 election is completely false. And my last argument for this is that he literally ran the argument I won the 2020 election and Biden rigged it with fake votes. Therefore, when I tried to rig it back, I was just verifying the authentic outcomes of the election. That was literally his argument in court. Okay? All right? So that claim was so false, okay? But before you respond, I really got to thank Miss Nene with her £5 super chat over on YouTube. Thank you, Miss Nene, as well as Thomas with the $20 super chat on YouTube. W's for Thomas. Thomas says, you love the YouTube setup. Thank you so much. As well as Alexis with a $20 super chat as well. Thank you, Thomas and Alexis. Shout out to both Thomas and Alexis. Now, please, 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 please go ahead and respond to that.
Yeah, so most of what you just said there, I wasn't aware of, and I'd have to research that to actually make sure that's true. Because to be honest, I feel like you're trustworthy, but I've also heard you say things that I don't agree with, and I don't think are true. So all that may be true, and I do think that is problematic for Trump. Like I said, I really don't like Trump that much. But I do trust that he would run the country better than Kamala.
Wait, this isn't responding to my question, though, because what's a bigger lie? Lying about Biden's mental state or lying about the outcome of the 2020 election, convincing 70% of Republicans that it was rigged and eroding our civil electoral processes, while also covertly launching the largest internal attack on our democracy since the Civil War with this fake electoral
Okay,
lie.
that's such... you're exaggerating so much. Like,
okay, wait. Then I want you to name a larger internal attack on the American democracy since the Civil War than trying to silence the vote of literally every single American that voted in the 2020 election.
Dude, nothing actually happened from that. Okay, there were no consequences.
Because his plan failed. That's why nothing actually happened, because his
Exactly.
plan failed.
So
that's why I said try. So launch a larger attempt to that would have threatened the state of our democracy since the Civil War, than an attempt to literally silence the voice and the vote of all Americans that cast a ballot in 2020.
I don't agree that was that big of a threat to our democracy.
BMW, name a bigger one since the Civil War.
I can't name one. I mean,
okay,
but that's why I know.
That's why I know that you're being intentionally deceiving and dishonest. Obviously, you can make the recognition that trying to silence the voice and the vote of 130 million people and trying to rig the outcome of a presidential election and install a candidate is a massive threat to a democracy. Obviously, you could recognize that.
But you're expecting me to take
a moment, BMW. Now, the reason
you're expecting me to take your word for
BMW,
it.
interrupting me. Act your age. Please act your age. Now, you're
Yeah,
just
you
going
interrupt
to
me
please act your age, man. And then you're going to sit here and you're going to tell me that you don't perceive that as a big threat to our democracy. Yet you can't name a bigger one since the Civil War? Stop being dishonest and
Why
say
do
that,
I need to name one?
that is
I
a
never even made
massive threat to the American democracy.
I never made the point that it wasn't a threat to democracy. I'm just saying that you're catastrophizing it so much, and that's actually damaging to democracy as well.
But you can't refute the claim. You're just saying that the claim is absurd, but you can't refute the claim. The way that you refute the claim or by proving it false is by naming a larger internal attack on the American democracy since the Civil War. Okay, it is only the case that my claim would be absurd and false if it wasn't the largest internal attack on the American democracy since the Civil War, right?
I'm not saying your claim is false, that he didn't do all that, but I also think that you're exaggerating the threat to democracy.
And you prove the exaggeration by naming a larger internal attack on the American democracy since the Civil War. Seriously, that is how you prove that it's a false exaggeration if what I'm saying is not actually true, and I'm just inflating it to make it sound more crazy than it actually is. Okay, right? And you prove that claim wrong by naming a larger internal attack on the democracy. Go ahead, we're all waiting.
No, this is your point. You came up. This isn't even what I was talking about originally.
BMW, you don't think that like tens of millions of people believing the election was stolen when there was no sufficient evidence indicating that Donald Trump won, and there were even MAGA judges that oversaw cases about the election saying that there was not sufficient evidence to overturn the election? Like, do you not see that as enough reason to be like, yo, that's fucking crazy? Like, he's a threat to our country, our democracy.
If what you're saying is completely true, I do think that is bad. I 100% do. but it's
That's
still
exactly
not.
that's what it
But
is.
to a lot of people who voted for Trump, that's still not. That still wasn't enough, and I think the reason is because
The
of
original question was, what's a bigger lie? Lying about Biden's mental states or lying about the outcome of the 2020 election and try to rig it?
to me the lie about Biden's health.
Okay, why?
100%.
What?
Why?
Because it was so obvious to everyone that his mental health was deteriorating and that he probably wasn't fit to have
But
the most
what
important
were the
job.
real world implications of that lie that like hurt Americans?
The real world implications is that I think it sowed a further divide between Democrats and Republicans.
Okay,
And
okay, so it just created more division in our country. So do you think that lying about the outcome of the 2020 election created more division in our country?
yeah, I do.
Okay, and so we'd say that both of these two things created more division in our country. But would you say because his attempted coup to literally overthrow the government and rig the outcome of the election was also breaking federal law and the largest internal attack on our democracy since the Civil War, that it's just a little worse?
To me, no.
Okay, then you're just an irrational human being. I would like to just interrupt here for about 30 seconds. Willow, thank you so much for the $50 on YouTube through the super chat. Willow says, I've been following you for almost a year now on TikTok. You, Parker, Harry, Chris are amazing. Thank you for what you do. Thank you so much, Willow. If you're watching live, please show some love to Willow down below in those chats. Thank you so much. That is so incredibly kind of you. That is a crazy donation. And then once again, just for everybody watching after the fact, once this video is live on YouTube, I do apologize for kind of interrupting these conversations with thanking the live donors, but I want to show them appreciation. I'd feel really bad if I didn't. So thank you so much for the love, Willow. Parker, can you just go ahead and like drill in how like insane that is for him to say and see if he could be rational while I go use the restroom real quick?
I'm
Yeah.
a very rational person, guys. I can promise you. And
I'll be right back, guys. Just using the restroom.
So, okay. Do you you did just say like if it was true, like you would say that like that's screwed, like that's terrible, like and that's literally what happened. I wasn't sugarcoating. I mean, I wasn't giving like any other thing. I was just saying it how it is. And you said like if that was true, that was bad. That's all verifiable. I can send you news about that if you'd like. From
Okay, I
reputable
mean,
institutions like AP, NPR, PBS.
do you think here's a question I have for you. Do you think Trump was it was okay for him to have felt cheated in that election?
No.
So when Mark Zuckerberg came out and said like, yeah, like we intentionally work with the government to suppress certain news that would have favored Trump, like as if you were
Wait,
Trump, wouldn't
what
you,
specific news?
what specific news did he censor?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just read the memo that he literally made public to the whole world about it.
The Biden administration never forced anyone to take down like anything news related like that. And
Are
I'd
you,
love to see where Zuck said that. Zuck was talking about the vaccines. He said he felt pressured, but like, yeah, of course the government would pressure social media to like literally like take down COVID misinformation that causes people to die. They didn't like restrict them from doing it, like using the enforcement side of the government, but they absolutely pressured as they should. That's a public health crisis
so
that's going on.
you don't think that they might have pressured Zuck to censor information that could have favored Trump?
Can you give me a source for that?
No, I'm just asking. Do you think that that
Is
happened?
it logically possible? Yes. Is there any evidence supporting that happened? No. Can you give me any evidence that like Mark Zuckerberg was censoring stuff about Trump in terms of the 2020 election?
I mean, I can't give you evidence that Mark Zuckerberg did, but it's been proven that other
That's it. Who?
media outlets did.
Who?
Which media outlets?
Yeah.
So when the story about Hunter Biden's laptop came out, I mean, pretty much every media outlet didn't cover that story. It
Okay.
was right around the election time.
Okay. That doesn't
So-
mean that like the Biden administration went to them and they colluded. That just probably means that people felt like there wasn't sufficient evidence to report on that. But plenty of the people on the right were reporting on that. I don't know what your point is. You're saying no one was talking about it. I saw everyone talking about it. Too much, even. Like, why were we talking about Hunter Biden?
I'm just saying, I think the people who voted for Trump this time around, they have felt lied to by the media and by the Biden organization, and sent this censoring of news really plays into that. And I think a lot of the distrust that people started to feel for the Biden organization over the past 4 years because of the censorship.
Trump wanted to put people in prison for a year for burning the American flag. The only one actually advocating for censorship is literally Trump.
He wanted to do what?
Put people in prison for a year for burning the American flag.
I don't know what's going on with my mic.
No, because it's unconstitutional. He can't. The courts would stop him.
Here,
Exactly.
For
So
everybody,
Wait, don't
why
you
bring
think
that
that's
up?
an insane view?
for
Don't you
everybody,
think that's like a threat?
for everybody watching on
I've-
YouTube, I don't know what's going on with my mic. I know it's cutting out. You guys are not going to be able to hear this stream for like 3 seconds while I unplug and plug this back in. So if you're watching on YouTube, you just give me a minute, but go ahead, you guys.
Things like that he says, they take it with a grain of
So
salt.
he can just say anything, and you guys just wouldn't give a shit.
You can't say anything, of course.
Well,
but-
then what? Give me an example of what he could do that you would be like, I'm not going to support this guy.
I mean, he would have to say something horrible, like.
Like,
Layla, thank you for the £5.
I mean, I'm not going to say it over the phone like this, but there are things he could say where I'd be like, okay, well, this guy is.
you can
Fucking
refer to
insane.
things without saying harmful things. And then it, like, what specifically is it? Maybe like saying to a 10-year-old girl that he dated her in 10 years. Like, is that something that he could say that would be too much? The 10-year-old girl screams after like, ah. Is that enough? Or is that not enough? Do I need more than that? Do I need him maybe going on a show like the Howard Stern show and bragging about walking into the changing rooms to inspect people while they're changing? And the victims who were 18 years old at the time came out and said there were 4 girls as young as 15 years old there. And he was bragging about it, inspecting.
Yeah, Parker, I agree that that's like very shitty behavior. And obviously before he became a political figure, he was a billionaire playboy. Like, he's probably done a lot of shit that is pretty disgraceful. But then again, a lot of people in politics have, look at Bill Clinton.
Bro, dude,
I restate the claim. What could he do that
you're
is too much? Tell me.
You're just such a fucking you're spineless when it comes to politics. You're a complete partisan hack. The reason I say that is because when Kamala Harris is like, "Oh, Biden's competent enough to serve," which, by the way, I agree with the sentiment of stating that Biden would be a better leader with more competence than Donald Trump. You act as if like that's like World War III, the worst thing any president's ever done. But then as soon as you learn that like Trump tried to coup a presidential election and rig it, you're like, oh, I don't really care. Or as soon as you learn that this guy's like wanted to perv on like half naked teens and boasted about it, or hit on a little girl, you're just like, well, that's politicians for you. Like, this is just crazy work, man. It's very, very crazy work.
No, Dean, I'm not saying
wait. No, I want you to tell me specifically what is too much.
What is too much? What? Like,
what is too much? What could he say that's too much?
are you asking like what could he do that would make me not want to vote for him? Because
Yeah.
I don't think he's a good person. Like, I think we're lying.
Oh, you wound me up.
Bro,
Yeah.
Just this one question. Come on, bro.
Sage, thank you so much for the $5 super chat over on YouTube. And yeah, I'd of course debate your grandfather.
Wow, he's just like muted and went away. Okay, well.
Oh, he's
You guys
back.
hear me?
Okay, so tell me one specific thing. What could he do?
I mean, I don't really think that's relevant to the point I'm making.
Is there anything he could do that would make you not support him? Because I brought up many
Probably.
reasons to not do that. So tell me,
Probably.
what could he do? What could he do?
I mean, I don't think I think it's pointless to say what he could do or what, because he may or may not ever do it. Like.
What could he do? Tell me, what could he do?
Okay, if he like murdered somebody, I probably wouldn't vote for him.
Okay, so if he violated somebody's human rights, you want to vote for him?
No, if he murdered someone.
But is murder just bad?
Only
Just
if he
really bad?
murdered them.
I have a
So-
question. Would you
Well, murder's
still
a pretty big
support
deal.
would you still support Trump if he wanted to like ethnically cleanse like over 1 million people?
What are you talking about, Dean?
Ethnic cleansing. Would you still support Trump if he wanted to ethnically cleanse over 1 million people?
So what does that mean? Like kill them or I don't know what.
So ethnic cleansing.
Permanently remove them from a
Yeah, it could
from
just
an area that they are illegally in.
yeah, it could just be like the forceful expulsion
Someone who's like of a specific race.
of an ethnicity. Yeah.
Yeah, if he actually did that, I would be super against that.
Okay, so Donald Trump called for the ethnic cleansing on the Gaza Strip. All right, he wants to expel forcefully 1.4 million Palestinians living on the Gaza Strip. His plan
No right
is
to return.
literally occupy their land, own their land, somehow violating their right to self-determination. Because
Why
they
would
should
he?
be able to-
Why does he want to do that?
We don't know.
He's
I-
Okay,
unhinged.
well,
I don't-
the
because he's
reason that he
unhinged.
wants to do it is important, though.
What?
'Cause what if it-
wait,
what if
wait.
it comes
This is
from
like
the-
saying
What?
this is like saying that the reason you want to murder somebody is important. This is like saying the reason you want to own a slave is important to determine if owning a slave is good or bad.
But isn't
the fact
that
of the matter
area-
is he wants to violate 1.4 million Palestinians' right to self-determination,
But
and he wants to
Dean, isn't
ethnically
that
cleanse
area-
them from the
isn't
Gaza
that
Strip by
area-
forcefully relocating them to Egypt.
Isn't that
and
area
Jordan.
like isn't that area practically a war zone? Like, could it not come from like wanting them to be safer? Maybe
Ah,
relocate or-
yeah. Okay, so if this was like the time of the Civil War, you'd be a Confederate. You want to know why?
Why?
Yeah, because this was the same argument that the Confederacy made for owning slaves, right? Their argument was, well, it's actually increasing their quality of life, and we're doing something good for the enslaved Africans. Because if they weren't enslaved, or in this sense,
Okay,
if they
that's
weren't- No,
ridiculous.
just allow me to finish. Allow me to
No,
finish.
that's the dumbest point.
Okay,
That's,
yeah, you're
that-
fucking stupid if you can't follow what I'm saying. I'd appreciate you acting your age and following. Okay, so in the same way the Confederacy would argue, oh, well, you know, if we didn't enslave Africans, okay, their living conditions would be worse because they wouldn't have warm food, they wouldn't have clothes, they wouldn't have shelter, okay? Right? Meanwhile, you're over here saying, well, if we didn't violate 1.4 million humans' rights to self-determination and ethnically cleanse all Palestinians off the Gaza Strip, well, they would be living in rubble. They'd be having very deprived living conditions, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? So the fact of the matter is, you are merely just trying to make an argument here that ethnic cleansing is somehow good in this scenario, okay? But at the end of the day, no, I think it is always bad to occupy land that isn't yours. I think it is always bad to violate one's right to self-determination. And I think it's always bad to try to forcefully expel somebody from their property, okay? That violates the human right of self-determination. Ethnically cleansing should generally be accepted as wrong. I don't understand why that's a contestable, debatable claim. And then B or C, right? If you respect property rights as all, you could obviously recognize that as an intrinsic violation as well. So the question here is, do you recognize that it is ethnic cleansing? You just simply think that it's good because if we didn't ethnically cleanse, their living conditions would be worse. Also, hey, Roach, thank you for the $10 super chat over on YouTube. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And hey, Naz, hey, thank you for the love. Go ahead.
Yeah, I never said ethnic cleansing was a good thing.
Okay, but you were
So
trying to make
I'd
the
appreciate
argument.
if you'd stop putting words in my mouth.
So no, that is what you said, and I could detail how. All right, because I described to you, right, exactly how Donald Trump's plan for the Gaza Strip fulfills all necessary criteria of ethnic cleansing. And instead of rebuting me back and saying, no, Dean, it's not ethnic cleansing. No, Dean, here's a criteria of ethnic cleansing in which his plan does not fulfill. You just rather said, well, no, Dean, it's good for the Palestinian people because their living conditions right now are so bad. So in other words, all right, you
No, I didn't
accept
say that.
it fulfills.
I asked you if it could be because of that reason. That's all I asked.
Okay, so you're saying,
I'm
it
not-
could be good ethnic cleansing? Is that your argument?
No, Dean, I didn't even know what ethnic cleansing meant until you just brought it up.
Okay, so what is your counter argument, right, against my claim that Donald Trump wants to ethnically cleanse the Gaza Strip?
I don't have one. I never made an argument that he doesn't want to do that.
Okay, so do you accept that Donald Trump wants to ethnically cleanse the Gaza Strip?
I don't know. I'm not going to take your word for it.
Okay, so what if you were to take Trump's word for it?
What do you mean?
So Donald Trump right, had a press conference with Benjamin Netanyahu, right, where he told this plan to the people, okay? Right? This isn't some like hidden arbitrary plan. This is something that Donald Trump has proudly announced as a part of his agenda.
So can you tell me exactly what it means to when you say he wants to ethnically cleanse them? Does that just mean he's relocating them and they don't really have a choice?
Yeah, so I define ethnic cleansing the same way that Oxford language defines ethnic cleansing. That is the mass expulsion or killing of members of an unwanted ethnic or religious group in society. Okay, right? And his plan to forcefully relocate 1.4 million Palestinians from the Gaza Strip would satisfy the criteria of a mass expulsion of members of an unwanted ethnic group from the Gaza Strip to elsewhere.
Okay. But you don't know why he would want to do that?
Well, intention is not necessary to fulfill the definition of ethnic cleansing. I'm sure that we could have a conversation about his intention. However, it is irrelevant to the question on if his plan is ethnic cleansing or not ethnic cleansing. This and that. Thank you for the $2 super chat.
Yeah,
Okay, well, I mean,
he views the land as real estate development. That's what he said.
So you're saying he would forcefully make Palestinians leave the Gaza Strip so he could build a Trump hotel?
There probably will be a Trump hotel. Like if there's actually going to be like if he's literally talking about it as real estate. That's exactly what he said. I can play the audio recording if you'd like. But like it's literally it's insane the level of degree that he's going to say that he's just going to profit off of expelling people from this land.
Yeah, but like please recognize the point that the conversation you're trying to have is not relevant to the question on does Donald Trump want to ethnically cleanse? Because intention, right, is not considered an ethnic cleansing. Ethnic cleansing is action. The action of the forceful expulsion of an unwanted ethnicity from an area.
But this argument doesn't mean anything unless he actually does it, right?
So yeah, right now it's just that he wants to ethnically
Okay,
cleanse.
so this is like when like someone could claim that they're going to like mass unalive people and you just like wouldn't believe it. If someone's in a school saying and they have a guns, they say that they're going to unalive children, right? Are you just going to be like, no, I'm not going to believe him until he does it?
Wait, I have a question. Would you kill baby Hitler?
Yeah, I would.
Wait, why? It doesn't mean anything because he hasn't genocided yet.
No, I would still kill him.
Okay, well, there you go, buddy. We're going to hear that's different in like 20 seconds.
I mean, you asked me a question. That is what I would do.
So do you get my point there?
I get your point. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Again, I feel like you're.
See?
I feel like you're trying to convince
we
me.
could-
I feel like you're trying to convince me to see him as like a bad guy, which I already do. I'm just saying that he, like the original question is why did I vote for Trump over Kamala? And it's simply because I think he will run our country better than Kamala did. I think.
How so?
I think he did a better job of presenting himself as someone who can run our country, and I like how he did it back when he was already president. And I think Kamala came across as someone who didn't know what she was.
So I want to clarify. You said that you would hold a red line in the sand with Donald Trump, that being ethnic cleansing. Now that you could agree he wants ethnically cleansed, do you no longer support Trump because of that red line?
Well, this is a topic I'm gonna have to research myself, Dean. To be fair, like I'm not just gonna take your word for it. I hope you can understand.
What did she say that was so bad? What did she do?
Kamala?
Yeah.
It's not that she said anything that was so bad. Like I don't hate Kamala. Like I think she comes from a good place, and like I genuinely think she wanted to help our country. But when you think of like the job of the president, it's the most important job in the world, literally.
Yeah. So why give it to the guy who said that windmills are causing whales to die in numbers never seen before, that we should nuke hurricanes, possibly use a disinfectant as by injection to fight COVID-19,
Okay, well,
That's the
Parker,
guy that you think is serious.
Parker, you could name things that Kamala has said.
Go
that
for it.
people
Try.
are
Hey,
Try.
goofy as
hey,
well.
Try.
do you mind if
I don't.
name a couple things that Kamala Harris has done, but then I want to address like your fucking sophistry and just give you the research right now about ethnic cleansing, because I obviously just think that you're trying to weasel out of giving a response there. So answer Parker's question, and then we're gonna go back to mine.
Yeah, I don't. I never brought up the ethnic cleansing thing, Dean. This is all you.
Yeah, and I want to continue to run my argument. We're just gonna go ahead and wait until you answer Parker's question.
What was Parker's question?
Name really bad things Kamala Harris has done.
I never said she's done anything really bad.
Okay, Jesus Christ, going back to my question. So then the point that you made to Parker is null. So you said that you needed to do your own research and you want to
No,
take my word
I
for it,
said
right?
she didn't present herself.
Okay,
as-
we're just gonna go back to what I said real quick. So you said that you won't take my word on Donald Trump's plan and that you need to do your own research, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I have a question. If you were to do your own research and you were to come to the conclusion that everything I said was true, would you still support Trump?
I mean, I'm in front of my laptop right now. Do you have?
And listen,
Can I
just
look?
answer my question. If everything that I said was true and you verified this, would you still support Donald Trump?
Support him? There's a difference between voting for someone and then supporting them, I think.
Would you still
I've
support
already-
the
I've
current
already
president?
supported him.
Would you be MAGA? Would you be a Republican? Okay. Would you still support him, or would you not support him and regret your vote?
I can't answer that without reading what his intention would be for wanting to.
BMW. BM fucking W, bro. I'm
Dean, it's
I'm
literally a
fucking
war
over the
zone.
moon. I'm over the moon. I literally said if what I said was true, then would you still support him or would you regret your vote? Okay? Just assuming what I said was true, if this, then that. If I was correct, then would you still support him or would you regret your vote?
I mean, that would definitely detract from my support. I mean, like I said, I don't support him that much.
So ethnic cleansing isn't a red line for you, right?
I don't trust that what you're saying is really what he's proposing.
Okay, Jesus Christ, you suck. I literally said if it was, then would you still support him? And you couldn't even answer that. You
But
can't
this is so
understand.
pointless.
You can't
This is
understand.
pointless.
You can't understand third grade critical thought.
Why
So
are
we'll just
we
go,
debating
wait.
hypotheticals?
It's that's the thing though. It's not a hypothetical. It's called a logical conversation regarding reality. Here's Donald Trump saying the plan himself.
Watch this.
Gaza Strip, and we will do a job with it too. We'll own it and be responsible for dismantling all of the dangerous unexploded bombs and other weapons on the site.
Yeah,
Level
that's
the
good.
site and get rid of the destroyed buildings, level it out, create an economic development that will supply unlimited numbers of jobs and housing for
That sounds
the
really good
people
so
of
far.
the area.
That's what is here.
And then this
He
also
literally
includes,
just said he wants to clean out bombs and get rid of the war zone and then build jobs and buildings.
Yeah, but the issue with that is that he doesn't have the Palestinian people's consent. Okay, so you can't just like own somebody else's land.
So you think they want to just live in a war zone?
One second. You can't just forcefully own somebody else's land without their consent and like kick them out. Like for instance, if your sink was broken for a day and then I just knocked on your door and I said, "Oh, well, I own the land under your feet now, and in exactly 24 hours, I'm gonna knock your house down with a wrecking ball because some like parts of your house are really deprived." Like, do you think that'd be okay?
Is he actually going to be able to own it, or is he saying we're going to put our?
He literally
He
said
says
that
he
we will
wants to
own
own it. He wants to own it, and he said he's gonna expel like Palestinians, and they won't come back.
When did he
they
say
won't have
he's
the right to
gonna expel
return? He was
Palestinians?
asked. He was asked.
He never
I think it
said
was-
that.
What's up?
What can you play the part where he says he wants to expel Palestinians?
Go on
'Cause
Truth
that's
Social.
the whole-
Yeah, to Egypt and Jordan.
Yeah,
He,
go on.
he said Egypt and Jordan will take them.
Just either go on Google, look up Trump expels Palestinians to Egypt and Jordan, or just go on Truth Social and read his statements. Both of those two
Okay, I'm
things.
looking
work.
it up. I'm looking it up right now.
This is like crazy. I'm so sorry. I have no respect for you or anybody that functions in the world like you. Like, it's just so spineless to me. Like, I understand that the point of these conversations is to be able to bridge the gap, have class, and discuss things that we disagree on. But like when we get to this point where we're like debating the morality of ethnic cleansing, it's just like I don't know, man. Like this is the point where I just can't possibly ever respect you for like placing your political beliefs over human rights. Your political beliefs over just like condemning, right, the violation of 1.4 million people's human rights. It's like it deserves to be called out. It deserves to be like disrespected, and it deserves to be condemned.
No, Dean,
Like
I care more about
we should
I
all
care
be
more
able
about
to
human rights.
we should all be able to agree that ethnic cleansing is always wrong. Okay, and honestly, I bet that you would have agreed with that in a heartbeat before Donald Trump told us all that he wanted to ethnically cleanse. You look at this guy like the Lord, you look at this guy like a savior.
No, I
There's
don't.
only ever been one point
I
in
literally
my
don't.
history where I've had conversations with people about the morality of ethnic cleansing where they have said that it's sometimes okay, and that's talking to just some Christian evangelists about like 1 Samuel 15:3 in the Christian Bible. Okay, like the only other time I've heard this level of sophistry is literally from like a follower of religion in the context of their God that they
Dean,
also
I-
believe dictates morality. And the
Dean, I
fact that
said
you
I
look at
Wait,
Trump
agree.
in that
wait,
same
actually,
light,
low key, bro. They treat this like a religion. That's what it is.
yes, they
And
do.
it's not even just like it's like a typical person who just goes to church. They're like the really invested extremist religious type.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. It's like cultish. That's what we're saying. That's why we call you a cult. Is it's like the same type of like I'm going to follow him no matter what he does. And
Yeah,
anything he
that's
does,
not
we'll
me.
bring it up to. You'll justify it, even if you
I
had
don't
intuitions
understand
against
why
it.
I don't understand why you think I've given the impression that I'm like cultish or a huge supporter of Trump. Like I feel like I've said,
We've kind of already told you. Can I thank some people real quick though? Dude, I am a bit behind. Kennedy, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Kennedy. Thank you so much on Venmo. Marine, thank you so much for the $10. I appreciate it. Christopher, thank you so much for the $5. Kristen, thank you so much for the $25 on Venmo. Thank you so much, Kristen. I really appreciate it. Jesse, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. I know Dean's Venmo is down, but make sure to go to the link tree in his bio. He has PayPal still up. And you can also go through YouTube for Dean, because YouTube has a lot better access to send money from anywhere. And then Shannon, thank you so much for the $20 for my dream team, Parker and Dean. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, and I actually have a couple of people to thank here as well. First of all, I'd like to thank Sage for the $10 super chat over on YouTube. For all the live viewers, show Sage some love for the anxiety pin baby girl. That's crazy. Thank you for the love. As well as Esther, thank you for the $10 donation over on PayPal. Shout out to Esther. And Shannon with a $20 donation over on PayPal. Shout out to Shannon. Adam with a cent. Jennifer the $5. Olivia with a $1. And William, Casey with a $5 donation over on PayPal. And yeah, just to kind of reiterate something that Trump had said there. Sorry, Trump? That's crazy. Something Parker had said there is my Venmo is...
Oh my God. No way, Dean. That's actually insane.
My Venmo is...
That's actually insane, bro.
Just forget about it. Let's just kind of...
Dude, no.
Let's just go.
No.
Let's just go over that.
No.
To continue...
No.
To continue what I was saying, we're just going to forget that happened. My Venmo is cooked. It's gone. It's banned. It's suspended. It's toasted. This is Trump's America. I don't know what to tell you guys. Obviously they just don't want you guys supporting the stream, quite frankly. So if you do want to support the stream, I'm obviously still accepting donations over PayPal, which you can find the link tree. Everyone over here on, TikTok. I'll probably also pin a message over on YouTube about it. And of course, if you don't have PayPal, but you still do really want to support this stream, you could also just go over to the YouTube stream, which you could also find my account through the link in my bio, and support me through a super chat over there. So I really appreciate you guys for the love. We're going to hop back into the debate. So BMW, just to kind of catch up where we're at. Donald Trump wants to ethnically cleanse the Gaza Strip. Do you affirm or deny that?
So I've been reading about it. So like I said before, if he actually wants to force these people to leave against their consent, I do not agree with that.
That's not what I asked you. I just asked you to affirm or deny the proposition that Donald Trump wants to ethnically cleanse the Gaza Strip.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still getting to that
Could I have you affirm or deny it, please?
I haven't read that yet.
You haven't read that? I played you a clip where Donald Trump says that he wants to take acquisition and ownership of the Gaza Strip and relocate Palestinians from the Gaza Strip to other countries. It's forceful.
He didn't say he would force them to do it though.
So it is forceful because he wants to level of the land. Okay, leveling the land removes any housing, forcing them to relocate. So if
isn't he implying that the land he would?
Michael, thank you for the £5 donation over on YouTube. Kristen with the $10, as well as Orinda with the $2. Thank you.
Wouldn't
guys
he
so
be
much for
renovating
supporting
land
us.
that's already been destroyed?
So he wants to level the whole strip. The Gaza Strip's not that large. He wants to level the whole strip and rebuild it all. And have the Palestinians relocate from the strip to Gaza. From Gaza to Egypt and Jordan.
But why would he relocate them if he's rebuilding it? Like, wouldn't they just live in those buildings?
So can you live on leveled dirt?
But isn't it a war zone right now? Like,
Yeah, so we understand that the living conditions are very bad right now because of the attacks and atrocities committed at the hand of the IDF. But you can't like live on leveled fucking dirt with nothing. Okay, not to mention
I get that.
Not to mention the fact that like we know he wants to relocate them too. Like he literally has a plan for relocation. So my question to you is, what criteria of ethnic cleansing does this plan not fulfill?
And also, why can't you just rebuild for them?
what do you mean, Parker?
Why isn't it just going to be rebuilt for the people who lived there?
That's what I. Yeah, I agree. Like, is it not?
No, it's not.
No, he said that they wouldn't be coming back, that they had no right to return.
Okay, if he actually said that, guys, like, I'm taking your word for it. I do think that's super fucked up.
The question is, do you affirm or deny that this is ethnic cleansing?
I still don't know what ethnic cleansing means.
Go on pause, go to Google, type in ethnic cleansing definition, come back 15 seconds later, you bozo. Alternatively, I could do that same thing for you, and how about I just do that? We could read it off for you right now. So I've actually already read off this definition. Shut up, please be quiet. I've already read you this definition 4 times. So
okay, so it says
this is one moment I'm still speaking. So
yeah,
this is
I don't
what
give
happens.
a fuck.
So I actually do, and you're gonna go on mute for being a very bad boy. So if you go on Google and you type in ethnic cleansing definition, what pops up is from the Oxford Languages. The definition of ethnic cleansing is the mass expulsion or killing of members of an unwanted ethnic or religious group in society. Go ahead.
And then I have a PBS article right here where it says Trump says Palestinians would have no right to return under his plan for U.S. ownership of Gaza.
Lily, thank you for the galaxy. So go
That's
ahead.
the title.
Okay, so I'm reading the definition. It says it's the systematic forced removal of ethnic, racial, religious groups from a given area
Thank
with
you
the
for the
intent
galaxies, Lily.
of making the society ethnically homogeneous.
It's
Or homogenous.
It's pronounced
Yeah.
homogenous.
Homogeneous. Yeah.
I don't believe that intent for ethnic homogeny to exist after the fact is necessary to define ethnic cleansing.
So that's just your personal belief, though.
No,
so
of
you're
course,
trying
there's an argument for this.
That's how we colloquially use the term.
Of course, there's an argument for this. So first of all, Esther, thank you for the shiny air balloon. There's a probabilistically based speaking argument that we would be able to argue for ethnic homogeny in the Gaza Strip post-cleansing. The reason that I'd say that is because Israel's an ethno-state. Israel wants to be ethnically homogenous. That's the point of the existence of Israel. And obviously the acquisition of the land of the Gaza Strip would be going back to Israel, existing under the ethnic homogeny of this ethno-state of Israel. So, of course, if there's an intention to give the Gaza Strip to Israel, of course, there's an intention for ethnic homogeny to exist after the case. However, I don't believe that ethnic homogeny in a land post-ethnic cleansing is required to define ethnic cleansing. A good example that I could use to demonstrate this point to you is, let's imagine that Hitler, killed everybody in Poland, but then he just kind of left the land there. He didn't move on to the land. He just killed everybody in Poland and didn't touch it. There's not going to be an intention for ethnic homogeny in Poland post-cleansing because he's just leaving the land alone and he's not touching it. He just wanted to kill and cleanse everybody there. Could we agree that that could still be defined as ethnic cleansing?
Sure.
Okay, so therefore, even under your own definition of ethnic cleansing, you do not believe that an intent for ethnic homogeny is required.
Okay, we can go along with this.
Okay, so do you affirm or deny the proposition that Donald Trump wants to ethnically cleanse?
I guess we could say, yeah, maybe he does.
Okay, would you ever support a president that wants to ethnically cleanse?
No.
So you don't support Trump.
I understand the point you're making, Dean, but I still feel like you're trying to frame this in a way that, like, I feel like you're leaving out key facts. 'Cause I honestly don't believe that Trump would want to forcefully make people leave an area and then never let them come back. That just doesn't make sense to me.
I just gave you an article from PBS saying that he didn't want the Palestinians to have the right to return under his ownership plan of Gaza.
Okay,
I
but
just gave
I
it's a
don't-
PBS article. This is
I don't-
unbiased.
that still means nothing. Do you know how
Okay,
many
you know what I mean? Like, it
lives
means nothing because you're in a cult. This is what I mean.
No,
You're like,
I-
dude, how could you tell me that how could you tell me that I'm like that with my beliefs?
Parker,
How could
just
you even
see-
say that?
Parker, saying
Dude, this
oh, yeah,
is what I mean
PBS
right now. I'm
published an
giving you
article.
undeniable evidence. It's literally PBS. PBS is extremely reputable. Give me the reason why you don't accept PBS.
Yo, Oscar, thank you for the $10 super chat over on YouTube, as well as Kalia. Thank you for the $10 super chat over on YouTube as well, saying thanks for being such an amazing person. Thank you, Oscar and Kalia. You guys are awesome.
Why don't you accept PBS?
And David, thank you for the $2 super chat.
Parker, I'm not just going to take your word for it that just
It's not my
it's
word.
not Parker's word.
PBS.
I know, but just because you're saying PBS said it, does that
I gave you a
automatically
title.
make it
I gave you
true?
a title. Look it up. Trump says Palestinians would have no right to return under his plan for U.S. ownership of Gaza. Irene, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. Chelsea, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. Cindy, thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And Jesse, thank you so much for the $1. I appreciate it. And Jesse, thank you for the $5 as well.
Jocelyn, thank you for the $1 on PayPal. Okay, so by the way, like obviously this guy's just being dense because Parker named the source in the title of the article. I've already found it and I've looked it up. So just to read off, and I quote, quote unquote, Donald Trump has said Palestinians in Gaza would not have a right to return under his plan for U.S. ownership of the war-torn territory, contradicting other officials in the administration have sought to argue Trump was only calling for temporary relocation. Less than a week after he floated the plan for the U.S. to take control of Gaza and turn it into the Riviera of the Middle East, Trump said in an interview with Fox News' Brett Baer that was set to air on Monday, quote unquote, no, they would not, when asked if Palestinians in the Gaza would have a right to return to the territory. So once again, this is coming from an interview that Donald Trump did on Fox News with Brett Baer last Monday, where he told Brett Baer that Palestinians would not have a right to return to Gaza. And this is reported on by PBS. So this is not you taking me or Parker's word for it. This is you taking Trump's word from it from an interview with Brett Baer on Fox News.
Yeah, and I'm reading it on The Guardian right now, too.
There you go.
Yeah, so let's assume everything that we've said is actually true. Then, yeah, I don't agree with this.
So can you affirm or deny that this is ethnic cleansing?
I guess it is, yeah.
Okay, remember when you told me that you never support a president that wants to ethnically cleanse? Do you still have the backbone to stand behind that?
Yeah, I remember when I said that.
Okay. Is 1 + 1 2?
No, it's 3.
Stop fucking with me. Is 1 + 1 2?
But let's get to the point.
Stop fucking with me. Is 1 + 1 2?
Yeah, I'm not answering your dumbass question.
Okay. So obviously, right, 1 + 1 is 2, and you realize that's a dumbass question because it's just so simply implied, right? Okay. Well, if you say you never support a president that wants to ethnically cleanse, and you verbally explicitly recognize that Donald Trump wants to ethnically cleanse, is me asking you if you still support Donald Trump just as quote unquote dumbass as me asking you if 1 + 1 is 2?
Yeah, I don't support that at all, what he wants to do.
Okay,
but
so you regret your vote.
No, I still think he's
Dude.
better for the United States than
Yeah,
Kamala.
yeah, man. So
Wow.
you don't have like,
Why so?
do you like operate in society? Like,
Okay, well,
I just want to ask him why so. Let's hear him
let
out.
me
Why
let
so?
me let me put it to you guys, because you guys think Kamala's better, obviously.
No. Tell me why so. Why so?
Why so what?
What did you just say?
What are you asking? Why so what?
What did you just say?
I said a bunch of things. What are you asking about specifically? That I
Okay,
would.
I want to kick him now. I want to kick him. I don't like
yeah.
him.
So BMW, I
I
just
don't
want
like
to point
him.
out one last thing before we go ahead and kick
Of
you.
course, you
move
don't
on.
like me. You don't like anyone that doesn't agree with you guys.
No, so
Dude, I
BMW,
talk to
I'm gonna
people
be
every day
I'm gonna be
that I
very
disagree.
explicitly clear insofar as why I don't like you, why I think you lack a backbone, and why I'm like honestly
No,
surprised.
Dean,
that
I'd
you-
actually
So
don't
I'm
give a
actually
fuck.
gonna go ahead and force you to listen to me. Obviously, you give a fuck. Oh, you ran away like a beta male with your tail between your legs. So it is the case that it is absolutely so weak and beta of you to say that you would never support somebody that ethnically cleanse, affirm that Donald Trump wants to ethnically cleanse, and then next seconds, and then in the next sentence still say that you support Donald Trump. It's just so like weak and beta to lack a spine, to lack a backbone, to willingly deny fact, reason, logic in any type of principled worldview that would result in the conclusion that something Trump did was wrong. Okay, right? We can't stand behind these betas. We can't stand behind these fucking fascists. Okay, right? That is just so far alt-right. It's crazy. That's so devoid of reason, fact, or logic. And I think it's time for all of us to make that recognition. That's fucking insane. Like, none of us should stand behind that. Even if you're a Trump supporter watching either on YouTube or TikTok right now, like, hopefully you can even realize in some like part of your brain that that was wrong. Okay, at the bare minimum, can you recognize the wrongness, that being the fact that this guy said one thing and then verbally states that he believes the other? That's like saying that it's a really warm day outside, but I'm gonna wear my winter coat because of how cold it is. You know what I mean? It's just like objectively a contradiction. So we're gonna go to move on to the next guest now. You guys, everybody, just do give us a minute.
Hello.
Did you vote Trump?
No, I'm from Northern Ireland.
Okay. Professor One, did you vote Trump? I hate the guest box.
Yeah, guys, spam MAGA
It's
down below in that
horrible
chat if you do want to
sometimes.
come up, you guys. Honestly, let's just start pulling from the chat. And then also, yeah, once again, if you do want to support me, my Venmo got banned. The only way that y'all can support right now is through PayPal or YouTube Super Chats. So if you want to support me, support this stream, PayPal or YouTube Super Chats. PayPal could be found in the link tree in my bio. Then, of course, YouTube Super Chats is found on the YouTube stream. So I appreciate you guys so much. What is going on, HORT? Did you vote for Trump?
Yep.
Okay, how do you?
In my 30s.
Perfect. So why did you vote for Donald Trump?
I've always been a supporter of Trump. I think that having somebody that's outside of the establishment is good. I think that we have a lot of career politicians, and on both sides of the aisle, they're very corrupt, inherently having their hand in a lot of things. So I want somebody that's coming out
This is a
from
2016 argument. You understand that MAGA is literally the establishment right now, right?
since when? When did they become the establishment?
Here, can I ask you a question? Why is the establishment bad?
Well, corruption, fraud.
Corruption,
pretty bad.
fraud. Donald Trump, hello. Literally a civilly liable fraudster. Corruption, hello.
Civil liability, not criminal.
Okay, wait. Do you only accept criminal? How do you accept his criminal case against him?
No,
Let me
what
guess,
I'm
you
saying
don't.
is that you're
So you don't give a shit of
you're
whether or
making
not
an
it's criminal.
accusation about
Wait, so
civil
wait, why do
liability.
Why do
But at
people
this
do
point,
that? Listen.
why are
do
you
do that?
defending the
Hold
establishment
up.
with
Before you
fraud?
do,
Why are you okay with
I
government
was
fraud?
looking at
Why are you okay with
I was looking at the reasons why you think that. You're the one
why are
that's
you
okay
okay
with
with the
fraud.
government? Oh,
Can
so you're
you
gonna
please
mute
let
me
me
and
like
talk
make my
over
point
me,
there?
Parker? Because I came up here to talk to Dean, but okay.
You're talking to both
Okay,
me and
all right.
Parker. We're co-hosting. We do this. We're having
I know,
fun.
but Dean,
Let's-
you're arguably way more respectful when you're talking to people.
That you are the fucking dumbest person on the planet. I'm sorry. Probably one of the dumbest people. There's no way you think that. I actually don't even believe it. I can't even believe that you just said that.
Wow, I can't believe that you think so little of your friend.
What? So little? I just can acknowledge I can acknowledge basic fact that Dean is not as nice as me most of the time. I'm just gonna
I
say it how it is here.
like I said, I think he at least gives the back and forth a little bit better. But
Okay,
I
how
don't know
so?
why you're
Is it
I don't
because
know
is
why
it
you're
because I
up here.
pressured you and you didn't like it?
I don't know why you're up here capping for corruption.
What do you mean? I trying to identify what is the reason why you don't like it? Because what I'm
You
trying to say is
literally
that
said
Trump, listen,
you literally said there's
listen. You're not listening to me. Trump embodies everything within the establishment that you do not like. All the reasons why you do not like the establishment are present within Donald Trump. That's what I'm trying to identify, and you're just mad that I'm trying to show that,
No,
and
you're
you just didn't
silent.
like
You
it.
you just muted me 4 times in a row because
Yeah, because you keep
pointed out
fucking
that you
talking over
want
me.
the establishment. You talk over me. So is this not a conversation? I don't have a mute button for you, Parker, but you clearly like to mute me. So I'm just stating, like you literally came up here and you specifically said what's wrong with the establishment. So I leave the burden of proof on you.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Me talking over you does not restrict my ability to understand what you said. I actively responded to what you said reasonably. You didn't even listen to what I said. The reason why it was an issue when you cut me off is because you heard nothing of what I said.
I'd love
But
to
go
ask you
for
a
it.
question real quick. Okay. What is the most corrupt thing that Democrats in power have done in the last 8 or 12 years?
So I would say I think one of the most corrupt things that they've done is to continue the Ukraine conflict with Russia as opposed to seeking peace to save lives
Okay.
for their own personal gain.
So I just want to clarify. Sometimes you do think it is wrong to defend human rights.
No, I think that
Same.
human
And
rights.
that's why I don't think it's
No, no,
wrong
no,
to
no, no,
continue
no.
supporting Ukraine, because I do think the right to self-determination is a human right. Can we agree there?
I think that's all within the eye of the beholder.
But that's why I'm asking if you agree. Can we agree that the right to self-determination is
I
a
think
human right?
peace above all. I think peace above all cost is most important.
Okay, so if you think that peace above all, including human rights, is most important, would you agree that slavery should have continued in America to avoid the chaos, anti-peace caused by the Civil War?
Technically, there's still slavery in America.
Chattel slavery in America.
There's still sex slavery in America.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you specifically about racial chattel slavery.
We haven't eradicated slavery in America.
So
your
I'm being
argument's
very
kind of-
specific with racial chattel slavery. Okay, so would you say that the Union should have just backed off the Confederacy to avoid the chaos caused by the Civil War? Because if you place peace above human rights, such as you place peace above the human right to self-determination of Ukrainians, would you place peace above the human right of Black individuals in America?
Well, it doesn't correlate because that's not our country.
Okay, so it's only wrong when other countries do it, but it's not wrong when we do it.
Well, no, but it's entirely way more condescending for you to speak on behalf of two different nations and subject them to your will based on the fact that you're making money and you're manipulating a situation for political gain versus advocating for peace for people that you want to be allied with.
Okay, so now that you're just saying it's actually not wrong to place human rights above peace, and it is okay for a war to continue, granted you're defending a human right, such as the right to self-determination or bodily autonomy, chattel slavery, or Ukraine's right to exist. However, you now believe that our support for Ukraine is wrong, given intentions to profit off of the industrial military complex?
I mean, I'm against the industrial military complex. I'm not a typical red war hawk like most of you guys think that we are. I've been against it.
So
since
I just want to agree. So I just wanna clarify. You think the reason that we supported Ukraine was wrong?
You are
was
basically
was
just
because
trying
of
to say that it's
profiting
human
off of
rights.
it.
You're just focusing on human rights, but the whole point is we are subjecting other countries to our will because this is what America does. They go into other countries and they use money and forces to basically use them as pawns.
Okay,
regardless
so you're
of the
just
human
saying,
life's
like,
loss.
so you're just saying that giving another country money to defend human rights is wrong.
So what I'm saying is that the manipulation of another country for our personal gain, as noble as they try and trump that cause up, is wrong.
Okay, so you're saying that the intention of giving money to another country to defend human rights is wrong.
I'm saying that manipulating other countries is wrong,
I'm trying
especially
to,
if their
so what
people are being
manipulation?
unalived.
So what manipulation? Like giving them money to protect their right to self-determination in accordance with the Budapest Memorandum from the 90s? Is that the manipulation that you're saying is bad, that you're saying is corrupt?
So what I'm saying is when
No, I just want a
giving
yes or
them
no.
money-
I just want a yes or no. I just want a yes or no. So would you consider the U.S. giving Ukraine money funding and weapons to defend their right to self-determination, for the right for Ukraine to exist in accordance with the Budapest Memorandum, which is a contractual agreement that we made with
I
Ukraine
agree
in the
that the
90s.
Budapest
Well, allow me to
Memorandum
finish.
is
Allow me
messed
to,
up.
allow me
No,
to
no,
finish.
I'm just
allow me
saying
to
I don't
finish.
agree with the
Allow me to
Budapest
finish. Now you're on mute because you didn't allow me to finish. And I'm going to restart because you didn't allow me to finish. So I just want to clarify. So you think the U.S. providing funding and weapons to Ukraine over the last 4 years to defend their right to self-determination, the right to exist as a sovereign nation, okay, is morally wrong, because the reason we're doing that is to create something good for America, such as furthering the industrial war complex, bumping up like the output of, you know, our producers for wartime materials such as guns, machine guns, ammunition, etc. You think all of that's wrong, right? So it's the intention behind it that makes that a corrupt choice.
So essentially, what I'm stating
Also,
is that
Parker either got banned or is going to be back up on another account. Can I just
yeah,
get a
I don't
yes
know
or
where he
no?
went.
Can I just get a yes or no?
Well, no, because
so then tell me
you're
where I
asking
went
a
wrong.
complex question right now, and there's more to unpack because, like I tried to tell you earlier, I don't agree with the Budapest Memorandum. I don't think that we should be going in and disarming other countries, especially when they're next to Russia. That's the dumbest shit ever.
Okay.
Like, why did we even
so
think that that was
you could
good
agree with
foreign
the Budapest
policy?
Memorandum. That's fine. I want to talk about the last 8 to 12 years under
Okay,
Biden
but
Harris,
you
under
brought
Obama,
it
because
up.
that's the question
so
that I
I'm
asked
addressing
about.
it.
Wait, I
because
brought it
you
up
brought
as
it
it
up.
is relevant to honoring a contractual agreement. You could say that you disagree with the contractual agreement. I have no issue with that. Okay, that was under Clinton. That's not what we're here to discuss. But we could still say that honoring the contractual agreement is like an argument for. But I wasn't even giving you an argument for. I was merely trying to understand what your argument is. So once
My
again,
argument.
no, don't interrupt
I
me,
can
please.
explain it if you want to understand it.
I want to allow you the mic to speak without you interrupting me. And the only reason that I'm like vehemently holding to that principle is because I'm trying to understand your position in a way that makes sense to me. So once again, I'm going to ask you if this is your position, and if yes, then
Well,
yes.
how
If
about you
no,
just let me
you're
tell you
doing-
my
you-
position
you-
instead of
you've tried-
asking me? I can tell you.
You've tried to do that 4 times, and it
No,
hasn't made
I mean,
any
I can
sense.
simplify
so
it
now
like-
I'm asking if your position is X, Y, and Z in accordance with the way that I understand. Okay.
Okay,
So I just want
well,
to understand.
I'm not
You're
following-
you're still doing the interruption thing. I'm so sorry. You have 3 more like strikes, 3 more interruptions. Okay. If you interrupt me 3 more times, I'm gonna kick you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
go ahead.
So
Go
anyways,
ahead.
going back to so yes or no, the reason why you think Democrats supporting Ukraine is wrong is because although we are providing them funding in accordance with the Budapest Memorandum to support their right to exist, right to self-determination, fight against Russian invasion, and exist as a full, complete sovereign nation, you believe that's wrong because the reason we're giving them money has to do with malintent.
Are you done?
Well, yes, obviously. So is that why you think it's wrong or not why you think it's wrong?
So I think foreign interference as a whole is wrong, especially when we benefit. And the other thing I'll point out is at no point in time were we advocating strongly for peace.
Dark. Thank
That's
you for the
it.
$5
That's all I'm
super chat.
saying.
Okay, so you're just saying it's corrupt because it's foreign interference. Okay, well, if the reason you just disagree with it is because it's engaging in a country outside of America and you're just like an absolute isolationist to the max, well, would you thereby also agree that Donald Trump's quote-unquote foreign interference with wanting to ethnically cleanse the Gaza Strip, own it, rebuild it, while also further aiding and abetting with funding and support weapons and guns to Israel is just as corrupt, if not more?
I wouldn't say just as corrupt, if not more, but I don't agree with it.
Okay,
I
why?
don't think it's not something that I support because
Okay,
I
so
don't
why
want to
wouldn't
be
you
involved
say-
in any.
So why wouldn't you
Well,
say it's just
I
as
can
corrupt or more?
finish. I don't want to be involved in any other foreign countries to that degree. I think the Middle East is a ticking, well, a tinderbox for lack of better TikTok language, and I don't think that we should be involving ourselves there, even if it benefits people.
Okay, so why would you
financially.
say it's not as corrupt?
Because inherently right now with Putin and Zelensky at this point, there's a lot more going on with people who are actually still at war with Russia
That
by
statement made no sense.
aligning themselves. Well, I was going to say still at war with Russia because they haven't officially done a ceasefire, aligning themselves with their personal interests. And then we have people who are basically in Europe that are also buying resources from Russia. We have North Korea getting involved. I'm just saying the Middle East was like not a good idea for anybody who's really ever gone over there. It's religious
did
zealots.
Biden ever say that we wanted to like forcefully own and acquire land in Ukraine?
What do you mean? I mean, like, that's not a comparison at this point. Like,
Well, I mean, it is because you said that you're like just an absolute isolationist.
well, Netanyahu
I'm
basically
guessing.
said that he wanted him to be there.
Hor, I just want to say, you said that you think it's wrong and corrupt because we're engaging in things outside of America. You're just an absolute isolationist. So if
No,
you're
I
just
didn't say corrupt. You used that word 4 times.
So no, I
But
actually asked you
that's
for like the
actually not
most.
something I specifically said.
It is. No, it is.
No,
It
no.
is. It is. The original question that got us talking about Ukraine was, what is the most corrupt things Democrats have done in modern American history? In which you said supporting
Fraud.
Ukraine.
Fraud. And I
So
said
now that we can
fraud
understand
with
that you
money.
did indeed say corrupt, so I just want to clarify there. Like, obviously, you'd think that our involvement with Israel is more corrupt. As a complete isolationist, you'd see us wanting to occupy foreign territory and own it. Right?
I'm not
As
a
more than
complete
providing a foreign
isolationist.
country money.
I'm not a complete isolationist. You're putting me in a box because
So I just want to clarify.
really
You think
wanna...
that giving another country money is worse than occupying and owning territory in other countries?
No, I clearly said that
Okay,
I
so then
don't
you think that
support
occupying and
Trump's...
owning territory in other
Well,
countries
no.
is worse
You
than
want to
giving
jump
money?
in? Do you want an answer?
Yes. Which one is
I
worse?
clearly
Occupying
said
and owning
I
territory
clearly
or
said
giving
that I
money?
do not. Yep, I said I don't support Trump going in and taking Gaza because I don't think we should be involved in the Middle East.
Okay, that's not my question. Which one is worse? Occupying and owning and rebuilding territory or giving another country money? Insofar as foreign involvement.
They're both equally bad.
Okay, I mean, fuck it. I disagree, but I'll accept it because now that you're saying that the right is equally as bad as the left because the left supports Ukraine and the right supports occupying and owning the Gaza Strip. So at this point, how do you be able to differentiate between which party is more corrupt, given the fact that you think that both parties are engaging in mass support of equally as corrupt, examples under your worldview, that being the occupation of the Gaza Strip for the right and further funding and support for Ukraine from the left. Now, of course, I disagree with you, but this is going to be true
Potential
under your
occupation,
worldview.
because nobody's been displaced or unalived, whereas Ukraine is not the same.
Okay, so you're just saying it hasn't happened yet, so you don't care?
No, I'm saying that it's not an equal comparison because you're saying that the comparison of the evil is based on something that would happen in the future that hasn't occurred yet.
Saying, Dean, the waiter withers serving.
And wait, did she really just say that no one was displaced though?
Oh, there's been.
I said nothing has happened yet, so you guys are doing this on a future
You
perspective.
think no one has been displaced?
I think I would chat. Correct me if
I
I'm
think
wrong.
that you guys are doing this
400,000
as a
Palestinians
future,
from the Gaza Strip
as
specifically have
opposed to the
already been
current actual
ethnically
effects of
cleansed or
what's actually
displaced.
happened. And I think it's interesting that your comments are telling me as a minority what I should and shouldn't do. I think that's coming all from the left.
What?
Your comments are telling me what I should and shouldn't do as a minority. That's pretty. I mean, I don't typically feed the trolls, but at the same time, like I think it's really funny.
Shouldn't do in what context?
Oh, I thought that you were saying like we were telling you like some things and you like took it as wrong.
No, I mean it's all your fans.
No, but like in what context? Like we tell every single person that like you shouldn't murder people, right? That's what you should do. This you shouldn't do this. We tell everyone like you shouldn't do. That's how morality works. I'm confused.
Are you like referencing comments that are like saying like, oh, as a black woman, how could you support this?
Oh, or as a minority, you have to believe this, or you need to do this, or you need to do this.
Well, I mean, if those are so like if like there's somebody that's not a black woman in the chat saying that, like I disagree. However, if it's like other black women in the chat saying, as like a member of my demographic in which like exists under these like same constraints to have like a conversation in between the black community, I mean, I've like understood that can be valuable, but of course it's like my place to say that. I just wanted to add that on insofar as your response to like potential other black women in the chat that may like want to start that line of dialogue with you. However, like I of course didn't see anything like that in the chat, but regardless.
No, it's fine. I mean, I get a mention, so I was literally sitting there reading it, so I'm just laughing because I'm just like, wow. I honestly, like I said, it's more of a conversation, and I don't think that either side really judges in a critical thinking of both sides. I think a lot of people choose one side and then they 100% just like get on the fence and they never get off. I think it's good to walk between the fences on the left and the right to actually just make sure you're critically analyzing things as an individual and not just being fed a narrative, which is why, like I said, I don't mind calling out the disagreement that I have with Trump and the Gaza Strip. Like I said that twice now, and it's not an argument from me. You know what I mean? Like that's not something I'm
don't know.
willing to completely concede that.
Under
There's
my
other
worldview,
topics too.
under my worldview, supporting human rights is worse than violating human rights. Like seriously, Democrats supporting Ukrainians' right to self-determination, Trump wanting to violate the Palestinians on the Gaza Strip's right to self-determination. One's
I don't think we
obviously
should be
going to be worse than the
involved.
other.
Why are we involved? Dean, why are we over there? Why are we involved?
Because of a
Can they
contractual
not figure it
agreement.
out?
But can you respond to what I just said about supporting human rights being better than violating them? Like,
I
and
mean,
it's,
both
and it's, and it's
people
actually
are arguing that their human
like,
rights are
and like,
violated.
no,
So
and
who
it's
do
actually,
I believe?
Wait. It's like
Who do you
actually the
believe?
same human right here. It's the right to
Yeah, but
self-determination.
who do you believe?
Is-
They're both saying the same thing. They
Wait.
say the same claim
who's
on
they?
the
Who's
left.
they? Who's they? Who's they?
So I'm saying that the Palestinians and the Israelites are both claiming the same thing about their human rights being violated or their autonomy is being violated. So why are we there? And they're both saying the same thing.
Wait. So you think if there's 1.4 million people living in a place and you force them to move from that place, that's arguably not violating a right to self-determination?
So
are you saying that's arguably true? That
I'm
it's
saying
arguably the
that
case
they are
that
both
the mass
claiming the
forced
same
expulsion
thing.
of a group of people from a given area, right, isn't
Let me let
ethnic
you
cleansing?
finish.
Are you saying that it's
Let me
arguably
let you
true
finish.
that the mass expulsion of 1.4 million people from a particular geographic area isn't ethnic cleansing?
So what I'm saying is that people in Israel and Palestine are
Sorry,
claiming the same
unless you
thing.
respond exactly what I said, unfortunately, I'm going to go ahead and interrupt you, kick you, mute you, or pass you to Parker to have a conversation with him instead, because I'm going to be very fed up if you don't answer the question that I'm asking you. So once again, are you saying it's arguably true that forcefully expelling 1.4 million people from a given area predicated on a common ethnic identity is not ethnic cleansing? Is that arguably true?
So you don't want to have. So you're saying that because he's talking about displacing people, that it's ethnic cleansing?
Okay.
I'm just trying to understand. You're saying ethnic cleansing like the Germans used. We're just talking about. We're just talking about the whole idea that they're both making the same claim.
Yeah. Okay. You could either.
So why are we there?
Parker, is there anything that you want to talk to the guest about? Because I'll pass the mic off to you. If not, I'll just kick her and move on.
One question before she leaves. Do you still believe that I'm not as nice?
Yes. Have a good one, guys.
Andrew, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Joseph with the $50 on Venmo. Thank you so much, Joseph. I really appreciate the $50. Thank you so much. For love you guys both. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thomas, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Always W on the crash out. Samantha, thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate it. Kelly, thank you so much. I appreciate the $20.
Hello.
Thank you so much. And Gio with the $12. Thank you so much. Elise, thank you for the $1. Yes,
Hey,
RK Jr.
Esther,
did
thank
just
you
get
for sharing
confirmed. That is very sad and
Hello.
All right, guys, we got our next guest up on the live. One thing that I do want to say before we hop into the next debate is thank you to Joseph. Wow, with a $50 donation over on PayPal. Holy crap, Joseph. Thank you so much. Everybody, please show some love to Joseph. What the heck? I didn't even see that. I must have been looking at my computer. At least 1,000 big W's for Joseph in the chat. Oh my gosh, as well as Megan with a $20 donation on PayPal. Shout out Megan. Mackenzie with a $10 donation on PayPal. Shout out Mackenzie. And another Megan with a $30 donation on PayPal. Thank you so much, Megan with a $30. Another Megan with a $20. Mackenzie with a $10. And Joseph with a $50. You guys are crazy. I wasn't even looking at my phone notifications because I was too busy reading the YouTube chat. I really appreciate you guys so much. Holy crap. As well as LYZ, thank you so much for the $5 super chat over on YouTube. I would like to just say one time before we move on to the next guest, for all the live viewers, if you want to support the stream, you could support me through my PayPal. My Venmo's gone, my Venmo's cooked, so I'm only taking PayPal donations right now. You can find that in the link tree in my bio for all of my TikTok viewers. If you're over on YouTube, you could also support me through PayPal or super chat. So we're going to go and get the next debate going right now. What is going on, Philip? If you want to come back into the app, did you vote for Trump?
Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, yeah. Did you vote for Trump?
No, I'm from Northern Ireland, so I actually can't vote.
All right. Well, we are just looking to talk to people that did. So I appreciate you for your time, but unfortunately, we are going to move on to the next guest. By the way, guys, can you still see that background over in TikTok? Is that big enough for you? What's up, Mac? Did you vote for Trump?
Oh, no.
No worries, Mac. No worries. You want to help us get our next guest loaded up in here?
I got you. All right, everyone. Let's get this next person up here. Keep tapping that screen. Let's get over 1 million likes. Everyone, you have 8,000 people in here. We should easily be able to get up to 1 million likes. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Kyle, age?
19.
Did you vote Trump?
Yeah.
Why so?
Well, I actually done it because of tactical voting. You ever heard of that?
No.
Probably a waste of time. I'm sorry, guys. I'll just leave.
Okay. Confident. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Over on YouTube, that's very kind. Confident says, love you, Dean. I love you too, Confident. Janik, that is Jannik. Thank you for the $5 donation over on PayPal. And Anna with the $5 Australian donation on YouTube super chat. Anna didn't leave a message, but thank you, Confident, Anna, and Janik. What's up, Kevin? Did you vote for Trump? Okay, they automatically left, guys. Go ahead and drop a MAGA for me down below in that chat if you do want to come up and debate. We got Popcorn Sue loading up in. What's going on, Popcorn Sue? Did you vote for Chumpy Chump?
So yeah, well, I'm actually a British migrant in Temecula, so my husband voted for him, but I couldn't. Obviously, I'm not allowed to vote. But
Well, we are just looking to debate people that did vote. We understand that you're in close proximity to a voter. However, if you are not a voter yourself, unfortunately, I got to move on. What's up, Alec? Did you vote for Trump? Anna, thank you for another $5 super chat over on YouTube. Alec, 54321. Hello. Okay, Alec's not there, so we're gonna move on. Give us a moment. Here we go. We got user loading up into the box. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next guest is loading in. Is that Connor? So Connor's always coming up. All right, guys, spam MAGA down below in that TikTok chat, and we're gonna get you up here. For everybody at home over on YouTube, just give us a minute. This happens sometimes. We'll have dry spells without a guest. What's going on, Ship and Home? Did you guys vote for Trump?
Hello?
Hey, did you vote for Trump? Bro, we just heard you say hello. You're obviously here. You're in the room with us.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Did you vote for Trump?
No, I didn't vote for Trump.
Okay. All right. So you guys, I'll go ahead and say it one more time for everybody watching on TikTok. All right. Guys at YouTube, you're just watching. You don't even gotta worry about it. If you're on TikTok, please only join the live, join the queue, join the guests if you voted for Trump. Okay. And while we're getting our next Trump supporter up here, oh my gosh, Sid with the $50 YouTube super chat on the live stream. Thank you so much for the love, Sid. Everybody, 500 big booms and W's for Sid. That is SYD. Thank you so much. So very much. It is so incredibly kind. Thank you so much, Sid. That is so kind of you. That is so very kind of you. Still trying to get the next guest loaded up in here.
All right. The guest box has been absolutely brutal recently.
Yeah. Aaron, what's up? You vote for Trump? Okay, I kind of want to go back to the other view here soon.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can do that. I think it's easiest to get guests up that way, and then you can move it back to that once we have someone up.
Especially if I'm not shifting the background at all. Everybody, do just give us a minute. We're just still trying to get our next guest on the live. For everybody watching at home over on YouTube, if you haven't already, please like this stream. Drop a sub as well. I do these streams every day. What's up, Riley? Did you vote for Trump?
Oh shit, I didn't mean it. Sorry, my bad. Sorry.
Michael, you vote for Trump?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Mr. Michael, talk to me, brother. Why did you vote for Trump?
Dean, I spoke to you 6 months ago, my friend. I told you it was coming. The Trump train was coming, Dean. You said, Michael, you're crazy. You're delusional. It ain't happening. I love you guys, but I told you. How can you not like the guy?
Wait. So
get rid of criminals?
He released criminals into the country.
No,
right?
no. Parker,
hold up. Michael.
Slow down, little boy. I'm old enough to be your daddy. Have a little respect. I told you guys 6 months ago. You guys called me a fool. I told you
You are a
Trump was
fool.
going to
Can
win.
I please just debate you, or are you going to just
No,
scream
I'm
in
not
my
looking
ear?
to debate you. I'm looking to have a conversation. Let me talk, little boy. Show me
Okay,
your
okay,
respect.
Debate
Parker,
is a conversation.
Parker, let's do
And
this.
no, you do not deserve my respect.
Let's
Oh,
just.
because listen, little boy.
Hey,
I
Michael.
got $1,000.
And you don't have the
Oh,
ability to
wait.
speak on the platform
Wait,
if your mic is muted.
Parker, just let him speak
ahead.
for as long as he wants.
ahead.
Michael, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna give you the mic. We're gonna let you speak your eensy tiny dick, heart out. Okay, and then we will respond. So we're gonna let you speak. Go for it. Take it away.
Michael, you gotta unmute. You gotta click the microphone in the bottom right.
You muted me.
Yes, I did.
Why? Show me that vagina.
What?
You said I had a little dick. Show me that vagina.
Okay, first of
No
all,
one's-
what the fuck?
Did anyone say that? Did anyone say that? I didn't even say that.
Dude, what?
Listen, Dean, I told you 6 months ago
What
that the Trump trade was
Dude,
coming.
I'm so sorry. Bro. Dude, okay, we're gonna restart. We're just gonna restart, okay? Wow. Why do you think Trump is a better presidential pick than Kamala Harris?
Why? Because the hostages are coming home. The criminals are going back.
Like Trump?
Yeah, okay. That's your answer.
I have a question, Michael. Do you think if somebody has been held civilly liable for violent sexual abuse that they should be let into our country?
Absolutely. The man's a gangster.
Now, give me
Let
a
him run
moment.
the country.
What the
Let him
fuck?
find all
Give
the
me a
thievery.
country. Give me a moment. Just give me a moment. If somebody's held civilly liable for violently sexually abusing a woman and they try to come into the country through a legal port of entry, should the Border Patrol turn them around or let them in?
That's your spiel, bro.
It's a question, bro.
It was a kangaroo court.
I'm asking you about a hypothetical migrant trying to come into America. Should they be let into the country by Border Patrol if they had been held civilly liable for rape?
Dude, stop.
Oh my God, Michael doesn't like the
Stop.
question because you know I'm going to use it to dunk
Dean.
on you, so you just tell me to
Dean.
stop. Hey, Michael, how about you
I
act
told
your
you
age,
6 months
right?
ago
How about you
Trump
try
was
to,
gonna win.
in good faith, engage in the question that I'm asking you
Listen, all
instead of just
seriousness.
saying, no, stop, Dean. Oh my God, you're too brutally good at debating. So
They're
once
not
again,
brutally good. Listen, I got $1,000.
Michael, once
I got
again,
$1,000.
Michael, once again, the question is,
Yeah, send it to my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, or Linktree in the
No, I
bio,
got
Michael.
$1,000
Once
and I
again-
can tap you two little boys out in a
once
New York
again-
minute at the same time.
what the fuck?
$1,000.
What the fuck? Once
To
again,
do
the
what?
I will tap you out in a New York minute for $1,000.
What does
I
that
don't
even
know
mean?
what New York minute is. Can I ask my question now?
No, because you asked the same fucking question.
Did you
I
give a
told you
response?
6 months ago, little boy, that Trump was going to win. You told me I was crazy. It wasn't going to happen.
Hey, yo, Jan, thank you for the $5 YouTube super chat. Thank you, Jan, as well as Sidra with a $5 YouTube super chat and Henry with a $10 YouTube super chat. Could you thank Jan, Sidra, and Henry real quick for me, Michael?
Why did they shut down your Venmo account today?
Michael. Oh gosh.
You
Michael.
think they're going to look? Are you claiming that on your taxes?
Slappy, thank you for the $5.
Because
I
Eli
appreciate
is
you. For the
looking
love,
all to this
Slappy, through the
fraudulent
super
stuff.
chat.
I
As
would
well
hate
as
for you to get in
Christopher,
trouble.
one moment, Michael. As well as Christopher with a $10 super chat over on YouTube. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, Christopher, with a $10 super chat. And unfortunately, Ori, thank you for the $10 super chat as well. Shout out Ori saying he sounds like a Howard Stern character. Yeah. So unfortunately, we actually just got banned over on TikTok. Our ban today is for sexual exploitation and gender-based violence. Where does that one even come from? Like what? Where does that even come from? Hello? Sexual exploitation and gender-based violence? Hello, dude? What the fuck is that, man? Oh, is it because I said that he had a tiny dick? Maybe. Yeah, that was some... Yeah. Okay, I get it. Okay. I'm sorry, TikTok gods. That's my fault.
Kids. Somebody over here.
I had to go to the guest request if you.
Sorry, you're hearing my TikTok For You page right now. That's my fault. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have told the tiny dick man that he has a tiny dick. My bad. Whoop-de-doo. We're just going to go and hop right back into the debate. See, this is actually the cool part about watching on YouTube is that when we have like an intermission in the TikTok stream, you just float right through it.
Lies? Are you serious? Let me see this. Join the live. Join the live.
And we're joining
Unbelievable.
Parker's live.
Accept
right
that
now.
invite.
We're joining Parker's
Do
live.
tap
right
that
now.
screen. Do share the live. Everyone, let's get to 100,000 likes.
He needs to accept in
Right now.
him.
Yo, what's up, Dean?
What's going
What
on?
you banned for?
Sexual exploitation and gender violence. By the way, dude, the viewers over on YouTube had a very smooth transition process because they just stuck with me the whole time, right? See what I mean? It's kind of nice watching on YouTube. Anyways.
Yeah. Watch on YouTube is low key like the move, huh?
A little
It's the
bit.
move, huh?
Little bit. I love the studio
right.
too. It's more like a VIP feel to the debates, you know?
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 37, sir.
Push that mustache. Did you vote Trump?
Oh, yeah, I did. He's getting all the illegals out. Checkmate. You know
Okay.
it's true.
Do you call me, Dean, and you legals?
We're legal because we were born in this country, sir, not the illegals.
Are you
No,
sure?
but you call us legals because, like, these legals are committing crimes at high rates, violent crime, drug crime, property crime at high rates, right? They're really ruining the country. They're voting for someone held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman.
Wait. I just want to clarify. So you do think that you should be a naturalized U.S. citizen if you're born in America, right?
100%.
Trump disagrees, buddy. Checkmate. Remember
The
how he wants to
14th Amendment.
abolish
The 14th
birthright
Amendment. I know what you're
citizenship?
going to.
They're trolling. They're trolling.
Okay. Also, yo, Destiny, oh my gosh, with the $50 over YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much, Destiny. Everybody, please show some love to Destiny down below in that chat. Thank you for the $50 YouTube Super Chat. That's fucking nuts. Thank you so much. As well as Phoebe. Thank you for the £5. Phoebe and Destiny, you guys are awesome.
Silly, did you vote Trump?
Parker
All
sauce,
right.
fentanyl.
Well, I got him before.
Yeah,
Only
you
send a
did
guest
good.
request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Keep tapping that screen. Keep sharing the live. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello,
How old are you?
21.
Did you vote Trump?
No.
All right. Please, everyone, only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Sorry to everyone in Dean's YouTube stream having to hear me say this over and over again. That's kind of what we have to do here. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
22.
Did you vote Trump?
Yes, sir.
Why so?
Actually, yo, Parker, could you join a Discord call with your camera on so I could put you on the YouTube stream?
Me?
I probably could.
You would just want to figure that out. It doesn't need to be right now or immediate, but that'd just be pretty cool. But
Yeah, I could probably do it real quick.
all right, user, did you vote for Trump?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So why do you vote for Trump, user?
Immigration, stopping the wars.
Immigration. Okay, so you think that Donald Trump will be good for the southern border, right?
Yes, sir.
Phenomenal. So can you please name one long-term border solution that Donald Trump wants to influence to get passed through Congress?
Like, I mean, dude, like, obviously you guys are like full-time politician, like talk show guys.
So I'm going to take that as a no. Can you name one long-term border solution that he has either already imposed during his first term or through EOs in the first month of his presidency or wants to impose in an EO?
Making the wall the first term.
Wall is not a long-term border solution. He built less than 50 miles. Republicans and Democrats both disagreed with it on its own. It didn't stop or slow immigration at all, and it doesn't serve to revitalize and fix our legal processes of migration. That's just a joke.
I mean, the point is like, he's at least doing something. He's
Just
talking.
relax. Thank you for the $5 through YouTube Super Chat. He actually thwarted the biggest piece of bipartisan border legislation in the American Congress in modern American history under Biden and Harris, meaning that it's not the case that he's actively doing something, but it is the case that he's actively fighting against doing something.
Well, how come in his first month since he's taken office, illegal immigration has been down?
Oh, yeah. So because of short-term solutions, like putting members of the military down at the southern border, and like, yeah, we could agree that that's going to slow migration, all right? But that's nothing more than just a rhetorical tactic that looks good on the news station that gets the average Trump supporter drinking a Corona, laying back in his recliner to clap and jeer. It doesn't do anything effectively for the border in the long term. Meanwhile, that's what we really need to be focusing on. That's what Kamala Harris and Joe Biden tried to focus on. They tried to do something about it, and he stopped them once again. And then also... if we just want to look back at, like the first 3 to 4 weeks of his presidency and blame everything that happened in the country on him, can I blame the 327% increase in the price of eggs on him?
Due to what? Tariff threats?
Who knows what caused it? It just merely happened in the country under his first 3 weeks.
327%. I've been
That's
buying
more.
eggs. They have not gone up 327%.
According to Fox News, they've gone up by 327%.
Fox News. So,
Yeah.
do you think Fox News is liberal now? Well, that's actually what they said after,
No.
they accepted the election results in 2020. Yeah.
And Bella, thank you for the $5 super
You,
chat over on
you've
YouTube.
been
and
going
Andrew
back
with
to your,
$2
to your
as well.
long-term solution thing.
Well,
Which
you said that he's good for the border. He's not good for the border. He has no long-term
but-
solutions for the southern border. How about this?
What-
We'll even
what's wrong
ask you
with the
this question.
long-term-
Can you name
yeah.
a single effective border policy that Trump influenced to get passed during his first 4 years?
No, because I don't know policies, right? Like,
So then why the fuck do you say he's good for the border when it's just like you don't know enough to say he's good for the border?
because at least he's doing something, right? The difference
At
is
least he's
talking
doing
about it.
something. So you say at least he's doing something, but what he was doing was undermining the bipartisan border bill legislation. That if you actually listen to what Dean was saying, but the thing is, you don't actually care about the border. You just listen to Donald Trump's horrible messaging about the border. And Dean, also, I called you.
Bye-bye, I'm calling you back.
Okay, but like going back from the border, right? So it's like you have the border crisis, you have the trans, whatever,
What about what?
all the DEI stuff he's recalling.
DEI?
Madison,
Okay,
thank
wait.
you for the
What
$5
about
PayPal
DEI? Donald Trump being elected and nominated in 2016?
I mean, how is that a DEI hire?
Well, because of the Electoral College.
Like, in what way?
Well, the Electoral College gives a greater level of representation to smaller states, which have disproportionately white populations.
Okay, but what's the reason for the Electoral College? That's how the states form the union.
Well, you could say that's the reason, but it's still DEI for smaller states.
Yeah, but in every country in the world, that's like, I mean, they don't
Are
use
you
the
okay with
Electoral
DEI?
College.
Oh, so you're okay with DEI when it disproportionately helps white people, but it's wrong. DEI bad whenever it helps women, right, or any other marginalized community.
Well, but when you mean white people in the states that have the disproportionate Electoral College votes, what states are you talking about? Mississippi?
What?
Like, when
So
you say they
yeah,
have
so like for example, someone in Wyoming has greater representation than me living in California because of the population of the state, because they get specific levels of electoral codes, electoral votes, no matter how much their population is, in every state gets like a certain amount, no matter how much population they have.
Yeah, no, and I know that. I'm
And
just
then
saying,
and then they get stuff on top for population. Does that make sense? So it's DEI because it's a policy meant for an inclusion of smaller, less populous areas, which I say this. It's a very unique thing. Land doesn't vote, okay? People do. Okay? So I don't want land to have more of a say over presidency. And also I don't want some random person in Wyoming, right, to have a greater say than me, right? Just because I live in California. That's pretty insane.
Tessa, thank
yeah,
you for the $5
but
super
but in
chat.
every single country in the world, in every democracy, voting's not always based off of, like it's not like most countries don't use a popular vote system, right? Whether you're in Canada where they use an MP system, or same in England.
So you don't want to use popular vote? What do you want to use then?
No, I don't want to use popular vote.
Okay, so DEI.
No, because
So you want
Yeah,
DEI. So like
Yeah.
again, DEI to help out Orange Man, but no DEI to help out
Well, this year he didn't
underrepresented
even
or
win.
marginalized
This year he
communities.
didn't
Can we
even win
agree that
based off the Electoral College.
Can we just agree that DI aims to, like, in the sense that you're describing it, aims to give more representation to underrepresented groups of individuals?
Like, what's the question?
Would you agree that DI, as you conceive of it, basically attempts to achieve a greater level of representation for underrepresented communities?
Well, I'd say that's what people who push DEI would say is the definition.
So would you say that the Electoral College gives a greater level of representation to underrepresented communities, such as the state of Arkansas, compared to the state of California?
Sure, but I've once again, I've heard this.
So unless about
This rhetoric
so
before.
DEI is only wrong when it's benefiting minority communities in America. But as soon as DEI doesn't benefit minority communities in America and actually hurts them, kind of like how the Republican Party right now is hurting minority communities in America,
Listen,
then DEI is
once
just
again,
fine.
When did I say the popular vote system? Not okay with it, right? Like going to just a popular vote, whoever has the most
Yeah, you
votes
did.
wins.
You said you didn't want to.
No, I said in what country do they not use it? In what country do they use a system that's based off solely popular vote? That was my excuse for why we don't do it for the states.
Oh wait, are you just
Just
saying?
because other places don't, just because other places have DEI does not justify us having DEI, if that's your argument. And also, again, you're just saying DEI is okay, again, when it disproportionately helps people who are white or smaller states, but DEI is not okay when it helps underrepresented and or marginalized communities. And that's like what I have an issue with, because all DEI is about making sure that people who are skillful, that have historically speaking not been looked at because of a particular class, right, or a protected attribute, should now be looked at. Okay? So it's all it is giving spotlight where the spotlight did not exist prior. That's all DEI is doing.
In that sense, I'd be okay with it, but who's to say that it practically works like that?
It does practically work like that. I don't know what you're talking about. There's been implementation of DEI to help women. There's been implementation of DEI to help people who are disabled. There's been DEI to help people who are veterans. Like, there's so many examples of DEI that you agree with, that you're totally fucking okay with, that, like, literally the only reason DEI is brought up as a narrative by right-wing individuals is because they're fucking racist most of the time. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying there's a lot of racists, right, on Twitter who are on the right wing that are essentially using DEI, right, as, like, to perpetuate their racism, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but I guess my point is going back to this. Is like, a lot of companies, they use race or gender as a benchmark. Oh, we have to reach 50% women. We have to reach whatever. It doesn't matter for race, whatever. Hit some sort of benchmark level. Do you agree that that's necessary? That's the way it's being used in the real world. It's not being used to help.
I don't think there's a specific quota or benchmark like that. I'm talking specifically just like policies meant to give people, right, in underrepresented or marginalized communities greater access to things that they have historically speaking not had access to. That's it. It's literally opportunity.
Yeah, and I'm all
so
fine
what is your
with having
issue with
equal
increasing opportunity?
Yeah, I have no problem with increasing opportunity. My problem is when DEI is creating quotas for certain places, like certain universities, certain business schools that certain universities require. Oh, we're 50% female.
But you only think of DEI in the context of quotas. That's the only context. And do you have issues with police quotas?
Like police quotas for what? Like hitting certain tickets?
Yeah.
No, I do have issues with it. I don't think police.
Okay, good. I'm just making sure.
Yeah, like I don't agree.
So like your issues is with like a quota. It's not with more inclusive policy.
Wait, I have an issue with police hitting quotas for tickets.
I know that's exactly the I was
sorry, I've been tuned out.
I was saying,
yeah, of course.
I've been fucking with your webcam on.
I have an issue with police quotas. That's why I brought up the example. I was trying to see if he would like say that he doesn't have an issue with it.
No, I totally do have an issue with having whatever quotas for police, like arrest this many people this month, or I mean that's probably not an actual quota, but like, make sure you hand out 100 speeding tickets, right? That's stupid.
Okay, so your issue is with quotas. Your issue is not with more inclusive policies.
No, I totally think that anyone should be able to work anywhere and everybody should be given the opportunity. I think most people agree with that. I think most people who have a problem with DI do agree with what I'm saying. They're not saying, oh, hey, we don't.
What's your problem with DEI then?
Like I just explained, making sure, like, instead of choosing whatever the best individual, you're making sure that you hit a certain quota of certain people.
Again, you keep saying quota. DEI is not just quota.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is in practical usage, that's how it's become used.
Actually, no, most typically in practical usage, DI builds like accessibility wheelchair ramps in places of business. DI is larger text on menus for individuals that don't have that good of eyesight. Practical usage, DI is typically, right, forms of accessibility that are needed via a minority of Americans that is not true of the typical or the majority, right? That's usually how like DI is implemented.
There's DEI for educational standards. There's DEI for plenty of things. Like, I don't know why you specifically only have an issue with DEI in this context. And also, like, I don't know why it's even brought up here, because Kamala Harris was significantly more qualified than Donald Trump. And fuck, you didn't even give a shit about qualifications. Who do you think should have been the president?
Wow.
Who do you
That's
think
a
should have
good
been
one.
elected in 2016?
That's a
Right?
really
Hillary Clinton has
good
more
point.
qualifications than Donald Trump. Yeah, you don't give a flying fuck about the qualifications then, and you voted for Donald Trump. You want him to be president. So shut the
You
fuck
don't want
up
a
about
career
this
politician.
qualifications, about caring about all this shit. Kamala Harris is more qualified. Hillary Clinton is more qualified. Two way more qualified women, and you didn't give a flying fuck about the qualifications of those women. You only cared about Donald Trump being elected in that context because you agreed with his policy. Yeah, you can't mention any of the policies at all.
Like Doge, for example.
Hey, Michelle, thank you so much for the $20 donation over on PayPal, saying tell that user that DI allowed kids like Ryan White to attend public school. Yeah, I really appreciate you for the donation, Michelle. Everybody, please show some love to Michelle down below in the chat. I have a question for you. So you
Can
said
I say
Doge?
thank yous as well, real quick, before this? Liz, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you so much, Kathy. Thank you so much for the $25. Thank you so much, Kathy. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Megan. Thank you for the $10 for the cool Denver Broncos shirt. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Megan. Thank you for the $10. Sierra, thank you for the $5. Malika, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Tiana, thank you so much. I appreciate the $1. And Janessa, thank you so much. I appreciate the $3. Thank you.
So I do just want to clarify here, real quick, user. You think Doge is a really good thing? I have a question.
Yeah.
If Doge couldn't reduce overall government expenditure, could we agree that Doge is ineffective?
Yep.
Okay, so Doge can't reduce overall government expenditure. So let's take the most liberal estimate of the max amount that Doge could ever cut, coming straight from the mouth of Elon's mouth, $2 trillion, okay?
Yep.
Donald Trump's tax policy on its own is estimated to cost 8.4. Okay, if we take the most liberal estimate of expenditure that Doge will be able to cut at 2 trillion, that's still not going to cover even one of Trump's policies. So
Yeah, but the money
overall-
could be used for something else.
But the point is that Donald Trump has more upward pressure on government expenditure than Doge has downward pressure. And when we take the net upward pressure when accounting for Doge's downward pressure, it's still significantly more than what all of Kamala Harris's policy had to offer, meaning that if you care about government expenditure and where your money's going, you should have still voted for Kamala Harris. Barbara, thank you for the £10 through YouTube Super Chat. I really appreciate that, Barbara.
I mean,
Yo, wait, before this, Brantley, how old are you?
I'm 19.
Is that an old picture of Justin
Did you vote
Bieber?
Trump?
No, I couldn't vote.
Okay.
I
Then
supported
why are you
him.
spamming in the comment section that I'm a communist in DNC paid?
Because I've literally heard you talk about how you used to be a communist.
Yeah, I used to be.
And you still are. It's just obvious. And like,
Can you
dude,
define
like,
communism?
it's like when everyone does the same, like gets the same amount, despite when you.
I'm
you
not
vote.
advocating for everyone to get same amount.
And
That's
you
not what I advocated for.
and Trump's policy is amazing. His economic policy is
Can you
amazing.
name one economic policy?
Wait, he's not 19.
His
He's not 18.
his tax cuts are amazing.
He's 15 max.
Nope. I'm just.
What's your birth year?
2005.
I mean, he could be 19, born in 05.
I was born in 05.
So where does the DNC paid come from?
It's just obvious. Like, why else would y'all be doing this if you didn't pay you?
Maybe because we actually believe in what we're saying.
Yeah. Also, by the way, so on YouTube, all the super chat donations are very public. If you go on my YouTube stream right now, you could actually like see the public accounts that you could verify are real people not associated with the DNC that donate, right? And it's donations.
No, your donations are separate. It's just obvious. Y'all are both communists. I'm
Wait,
not.
but you said it's
Okay. Can you give me any evidence I'm paid by the DNC?
Dude, like, why else would you support Kamala Harris? Like, she let out terrible people, and Trump's
Name one terrible person she let out.
Violent. She let out violent offenders. I don't have
Who?
specific names.
You're
I don't have-
trolling.
I don't have
Trump
specific-
pardoned DJ Rodriguez, who drove a stun gun into the neck of a police officer. Right? Do you think that is okay that Donald Trump pardoned and released him to roam
No,
free in our
it's
country?
not true. It's not true.
It is. Wait, you can
It's
see.
not- I
You
don't
can see
believe it.
legal. Wait. There's legal pardon documentation. This was an order from Donald Trump that is legal in public. Okay, right? So you're saying it's not true? You're trolling.
Well,
I no longer believe that you're real.
supports murder.
Shut up.
She's
You're
she
trolling.
likes abortion.
You're a troll. You're a troll. You're a troll. You're a troll.
I'm not.
Yeah, I don't believe them. Go ahead, user. Continue.
So where even was I before that?
I apologize. I'm pretty sure that person was a troll.
I don't even know. Yeah. So, well, DEI was one thing. We talked about that. We talked about the border, Ukraine. I mean, I've heard you talking to the other people before me on Ukraine. Um, when you guys say that, whatever, we're sending money for human rights. Yeah, like I agree. I totally agree that they deserve
And thank you
sovereignty.
for the $2 super
What's the
chat.
point of spending money on it? Like, and I totally get whatever. We shouldn't let big bad man Putin take over, right?
Yo,
But
another
at
Anna
what
with the $11.11 super
at
chat
what
over on
point
YouTube.
do you
Thank
draw
you.
the line of saying, hey, we're spending too much money. This is a never-ending war. People are just dying. Draw the lines here. Cut it up. Putin takes whatever he has right now.
I think it's
Ukrainians
whenever
go back to life.
Ukraine doesn't want to defend it anymore.
Yeah.
Defend it. It's Ukraine's decision. We're just saying if Ukraine wants to defend themselves, we're going to help them.
Yeah,
And if you would prefer that Russia has that land or takes that land, I would ask you why.
I don't prefer it. Like, I'm not saying I prefer it.
Do you prefer Ukraine controls their own land?
Yeah, correct. But
okay, well then, do you think that we should then help Ukraine defend themselves?
At what cost? It's never going to end. Like, that's my point. You were going to send money to have people die over there.
It's weapons. We're sending weapons and equipment, things that we've already spent through our defense budget. Also, you're referencing 1/32 of our military budget.
Also,
why are you only referencing that?
I'd like to put out there the statement that it'll never end is just abundantly false. Can you please tell me the inflation that the ruble has undergone in the last 6 months?
I know it's a lot, but I know,
Fucking so
like,
much.
as
Can
of
you please tell
recently, it
me
just went down.
GDP growth in which we've seen given the country of like Russia over the course of the last 6 months?
Listen, I'm not saying this has been
Can you
good
tell
for
me
Russia.
the state of their reserves, the state of their equipment? Like, listen, no, it is a case that we should continue to support Ukraine. It's honoring a contractual agreement, rather you agree or disagree, as well as I think that, you know, it's generally a good thing to support human rights, specifically Ukrainian individuals' human right to self-determination. And
I guess
thank
my
you for the
point,
£5 super chat.
my point is, the more money, the more weapons, or I guess I know you're saying it's not money, whatever. The more weapons we send over there, the longer the war goes on, the more people die. What's the purpose of having people dying nonstop for no reason?
Wait. So you're literally saying that we just shouldn't continue to support like a fight for human rights because people will die in a fight for human rights. Okay, so would you say that the union should have supported?
I heard this argument earlier.
Yeah, it's because yeah, I mean, let's face the facts, man. If you ultimately value saving more lives over people dying, even from a war that was caused via a conflict on human rights, would you like probably support like non-interventionist policy from the union? If you were like in charge of the union, would you just let the Confederacy secede?
Well, the difference is, you know, if the union had lost, you know, black people would still be slaved. That's obviously bad, right?
Yeah.
In Ukraine, if the Russians win, they take over their land. The Ukrainians go back to their land. You know, hopefully in a good world, you know, they go back to their old life, right?
And then Russia continues to go and expand to become the USSR again and violate more individuals' human rights by trying to consume more territory.
Well, and then at that point, then maybe you look at refinancing the Ukrainian military operation, right?
Oh, okay. So it is the case. Well, wait. So you're saying if they invade once, we let them have it, and they try to invade it again, that you might be okay with supporting then?
No, I'm saying they keep the land that they've had for the last 10 years, like the Donbass, Crimea, and you don't let them keep pushing forward. You give them what they've already conquered, and you stop the death for now, at least.
Okay, so yeah, this is just like pro-Russia propaganda. No, I don't think it's that big of a deal for us to be supporting them. I think it's a good thing, speaking about morality, then also expenditure. Like, who fucking cares? Like, I don't think you should care. Like, if you don't care about an $8.4 trillion expenditure bill for tax cuts that, when we also consider Trump's tariffs, only benefit people making over $395,000 per year, my question to you is...
Well, it's not even just about money, right? It's about, like, the threat of nuclear war, right? Like, why should I have to worry or, you know, possibly think, oh, hey, you know, we could all die because of some conflict that doesn't involve me, that doesn't involve...
What you're not understanding is that, do you live in the U.S.?
Yeah.
I don't know why people are spamming that you're Canadian in the chat. So what I don't understand is that, like, is there any circumstance where you think that we should defend? Dean's leaving. Is there? You're so funny, Dean. Is there any circumstance where you think that we should defend, like, someone who is trying to defend a country who's someone else is invading them? Like, is there a circumstance, like, maybe when we have an agreement with them? Thank you so much. I appreciate the shit.
Like, are you going to bring up Israel?
No, the Budapest Memorandum. I don't agree with defending Israel.
Yo,
You
hey.
don't agree with defending Israel.
Pizza Leader, thank you so
No,
much for
no.
the $10. Thank you so much.
So
for
what
the
would
$10
you
super
do
chat.
in the situation if
No,
you're Israel and you have a small population at your border?
Hold up. The reason why I don't is because I think that they're committing, like the state of Israel is committing war crimes, right? Like Benjamin Netanyahu's a war criminal, right? I don't want to defend a country or I'd be allied with a country in which it is not meeting those conditions for allyship. Does it make sense?
No, and
now
I
that same thing is not true for Ukraine. Ukraine's not doing that.
And I'm not. Well, they definitely are defending themselves, but
Who?
Israel.
From defending themselves from what they caused.
How did they cause it? What do you mean? It started on October 7th.
No, it didn't. You think everything started on October 7th? What caused?
Well, if you go back 1200 years, who expelled them first?
Obviously there was prior conflict. Do you agree?
Yeah.
So
Okay,
wait,
it
if there's
didn't just
prior
start
conflict, so you can't
It didn't
say
just start on October 7th.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about the massive escalation
conflict
that's
if you
happened over
acknowledge
the
that
last
there's
year and a
prior
half.
conflict before the start date. What the fuck?
Yeah, but I'm talking about the massive escalation that's currently ongoing.
Ah,
Yeah,
so
you
you're
can
just
say
gonna
that.
ignore
I
it
wouldn't
like the
dispute that
Israeli
there was a
occupation
massive escalation, right? I can acknowledge that, but like what you're not taking into account is that it started well before October 7th.
But I'm asking you, if you were in their shoes, how would you feel if that happened to you? And let's put it this way: you live in California. How would you feel if the Mexicans came in and came over the border, took 300 people hostage, killed another 1,000?
Well, I can tell you. I can definitely tell you.
I can tell you. I wouldn't blame all people from Mexico. I would tell you that I wouldn't blame every single person. Right, like that's insane for you to say, quote unquote, the Mexicans.
When did I say blame everybody?
Yeah. Can I
said I would
add on there?
if it was the cartel that did it.
Listen, I'm not like an expert, right, on like domestic and foreign relations, but I can tell you one thing I wouldn't do. Okay, if I was Israel.
Bomb innocent women and children.
Yeah, I wouldn't slaughter innocent people and ethnically cleanse 400,000 Palestinians from the Gaza Strip and then just be like, yeah, I'm gonna like occupy the Gaza Strip and then give it to the U.S. to occupy and own it to ethnically cleanse another 1.4 million Palestinians. I definitely want to do that.
But you're not providing a real world example of how you would do this. You don't agree with Netanyahu going in there.
Yeah, I'm saying what I wouldn't do.
Every terrorist.
I'm saying what I wouldn't do. I'm saying what I wouldn't do. I can't tell you what I would do because I'm not educated enough. Okay, I'm not an expert in the field. But with the current level of education knowledge in which I possess, I could definitely rule out options. Okay, and that's what I'm doing to you. I'm ruling out the option of slaughtering innocent people and ethnically cleansing millions of innocent people.
User, are you saying it's necessary to commit war crimes?
I mean, it happens all the time, right?
Wait, oh my God. Do you think ethnic cleansing is necessary?
No.
Okay, so then obviously you disavow the state of Israel, right?
No.
Why wouldn't you not disavow a state which you can recognize is/wants to continue ethnically cleansing?
Because I don't believe that's what it is.
Wait, so you don't believe the forceful expulsion of 1.4 million Palestinians from the Gaza Strip to be relocated to Jordan or Egypt and to not have the right to go back to the Gaza Strip is ethnic cleansing? How the fuck do you define ethnic cleansing?
Well, how do I define it?
Go on pause, go on Google. You could have just asked me. I could give you the Oxford language definition, which you'll find on Google. I could give it to you. I really can. By the way, if you're watching the live...
Is this that, Michael?
I have no clue. By the way, if you're watching the live and you want to support me, my PayPal is in the link tree in my bio over here on TikTok. I get 100% of the proceeds on those platforms. By the way, I don't have Venmo right now. My account got suspended, so PayPal is currently the only way to support me, apart from YouTube Super Chats. Link to the YouTube could also be found in the bio right now.
You guys hear me?
3,000 people over there.
Mm-hmm. Did you vote
Also,
Trump?
the last thing I want to say.
Oh, yeah.
Kamala.
My bad. I didn't know if the mic was on.
I am Canadian, and I'm going to be honest with you.
Okay, is this where you leave? This is where you leave because you couldn't answer my question, right?
Well, what was the question?
Yeah,
I didn't hear it.
Would you ever support
thanking people?
So you're telling me that you support Israel even though they're like they have/want to continue ethnically cleansing? It's kind of crazy, man.
Dude, I literally.
Antoinette, thank you so much. I appreciate the $25. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Antoinette. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
where is the intent to make it ethnically homogenous?
You don't need
A
intent for
majority Israeli population.
But you don't even need the
Yeah.
intent for ethnic homogeneity to.
Israel's not a homogenous nation.
Oh my god.
Wait, is it majority?
You don't need that intent.
Wait, are you saying that trying to maintain a majority Jewish population, right, isn't trying to maintain homogeny?
Palestine was never part of Israel to begin with. So how are they maintaining any sort of population?
What?
It's a
Wait.
state.
So are no, I'm talking about within the context of Israel.
Yeah.
So do you think that they are trying to maintain a majority Jewish population?
I don't know how to answer that question. Do I think they're trying to maintain? Like I'm sure. Like I mean, it's a Jewish state, right? Like
Jennifer,
there you go.
thank for
You
the
just
$5
conceded.
super
Also, there you go. He just conceded, by the way.
And Jacob,
Michael,
thank you so much for the $10 super chat saying keep up the good fight, keep educating. I appreciate that, Jacob.
Michael, so did you vote Trump?
I actually didn't vote.
All right. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. Let's get this next person up here. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello?
Hello.
Oh, well, they said hello right when I kicked them.
A little
That's great.
bit too late, quite frankly. That's okay.
Quite frankly.
Hey, I'd also like to thank Michelle once again for the $20 on PayPal. Thank you.
Oh shit, my bad.
What's up? How old are you?
Oh, sorry, dude. I was liking the video.
You're
Dude,
good. You're good. Don't worry.
We appreciate you for liking, Drew.
Everyone, do tap the screen if you're watching Dean's YouTube stream. Make sure to like the video, like the live stream. Helps push it out to more people. So if you want to support us, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio for Dean. It's pinned. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? All right, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump.
Yeah, then also, for the people saying that you want to see the current guest on screen on TikTok, I'm trying to figure out a way to do that. It's in the works. Don't worry.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
So much noise. So much fucking noise.
Yeah, actually, I don't know a way you could do that, Dean.
You just broadcast it from the computer. Like TikTok, go to the stream. But for whatever reason, TikTok doesn't load on my computer. I'm always having issues with it.
Michael, did you vote Trump?
Yes.
Why so?
Oh, I ask myself the same question sometimes. I think I made a mistake.
Hey, I appreciate you, Michael. Thank you so much. W Michael in the check. We need some W's for Michael. We love that. We love that.
Dude, W's
progression.
for Michael. I know, seriously.
We love that. Yo, what's up? How old are you? All right. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. Let's get this next person up here, please, everyone. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Keep tapping that screen. Let's get to 500,000 likes, everyone. If you want to debate, type MAGA in the comment section right now.
Just liking the live.
You're good. Don't worry. You're good. You're good.
Oh my gosh. Well, I just got lightheaded. I just hit a big old stretch and got real lightheaded. Kaya, what's up? Did you vote for Trump?
I just no birria. I just went chicken.
Did you vote Trump?
Still birria taco.
I think they're ordering.
They are. That's funny. Dude, now I'm hungry. Hey, Christian. Thank you for the $5 super chat over there on YouTube. Shout out, Kristen. It means the world. Thank you. Very good.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
24.
Did you vote Trump?
Yeah.
Why'd you do
Why
that?
so?
Because I hate people like you and Dean.
Ah, do you mind if I ask you
Okay,
a
why do you
question?
hate us?
Wait. I just want to add this part on real quick. Assuming that Trump was an infinitely better candidate than Kamala Harris, voting for Trump because you just hate two white boys on TikTok, a fucking app on your phone, is so chronically online, I beg you to touch grass.
No, you guys are just pussies. And people hate that now.
Colin, what do you not like about us? Can you tell me like what I've done specifically that you don't like?
Dean's a grifter, by the way.
What?
You're a grifter.
Okay.
Am I a grifter?
Wait, one second.
No,
Colin,
hold on. No.
Colin,
Parker, I have some respect for you because you keep it straight throughout the whole time.
Colin, I got a grift
Dean
real
tried
quick.
that Andrew Tate route and it didn't work for him,
Colin.
and now he's trying to go left.
I'm so sorry. You should have bought the Bible. You'd be a millionaire. I got a grift real quick though.
guys.
Seda,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much for the $50 super chat over on YouTube. I really appreciate you for the love, Sid. Oh, let's get at least
Support
500
the
big W's for
non-grifting.
Sid down below, as well as was Kira with a $10 super chat over on YouTube. Thank you so much, Sid and Kira, as well as Thomas with the $20 super chat. Jesus Christ, Sid, Kira, and Thomas, you guys are so incredibly kind. Thank you so much, Sid, Kira, and Thomas. W's all around. W super chatters. Go ahead and unmute. No, I'm not a grifter, Colin. Quite frankly, if you think that I'm lying about...
No, Dean, you're a grifter. I'm not a grifter, apparently.
Yeah, well, what he's... Colin, if you think that I'm lying
I can
about...
explain that too.
Yeah, let's talk about it. But before, I just want to clarify. If you think that I'm lying about my views and I'm just like a Democrat online because it makes money, like I probably wouldn't have gotten kicked out of my brother's house and have a destroyed relationship with half the people in my hometown and my own family.
A lot of people would do that for money.
No, but I'm telling you, if I was doing it for money, then behind the scenes, I'd just tell my brother that I'm still a Republican and our relationship would have been fine. I got kicked out for being a liberal.
No, it's part of the character that you're playing.
Wait, you're telling me that
my brother kicked me out of the house.
Oh, so you don't even believe that happened?
Okay. I believe it happened, but I don't believe you're being honest about the whole situation.
Oh, so when I've told everybody that he kicked
Why
me out,
did you pretend to be Andrew Tate?
Yeah,
Can we talk about that?
I've never I'll answer that in a second.
I saw the video, bro. We all saw it.
Okay, well, obviously you want me to respond to that right now compared to finishing out my last breath. So I'm going to finish out my last breath and I'm going to respond to that. So to finish out my last breath, so you're assuming that I was lying about the reason I got kicked out of my brother's?
Nah.
No, he's saying you didn't actually get kicked out and you just made it up as fake drama.
Okay. Yeah. So then explain to me why I did a live stream from my fucking car for the entirety of the evening.
Did I just sleep in my car?
So did I just sleep in my car for the night?
Prop up a phone and pretend that's not hard, bro.
Okay. So here's the thing about you, Colin. So you assume like the least likely scenario because the most likely scenario doesn't please your intuitions.
Here, I got him here. Hey, Colin.
You're a fake Andrew Tate.
Colin,
you tried the left wing. You tried the right wing route.
Hey, Colin.
And it didn't
Wait,
work.
can I respond?
Hey, Colin,
Parker.
I have a perfect response to be able to
see through the fake, bro. We see through it.
I want to respond to the Andrew Tate thing real quick.
Go ahead.
So just in like 30 seconds or less, yeah, what you're referencing, I was like 16, 17. At that point, I had done full stack web development for e-commerce stores for a while, and I was really good at my work. And like there was a certain time where I wanted to try to sell like more of these e-commerce websites that were profitable. So
yeah, this doesn't sell, so let me try something else.
So Colin, if you just
let me finish. Kick Dean. You were better without Dean, bro.
Okay, I'll allow you both to finish in a moment. So then I tried like super cringe marketing saying like, oh, well, if you pay me to make you an e-commerce website because that's what you're into, you'll make a bunch of money. Then of course I stopped doing it after a while. So no, I wouldn't say it's a scam because it had an ROI generated alongside of it. But of course I'd say it's cringe. But I do just want to point it out. Okay, what I sold for like $100 or $200, okay, actually turned into an entire creative studio in which I worked on web development projects, specifically in e-commerce, for 5 figures. Okay, so it's like the product that I was actually selling had such a high value, and I went on to win 2 international awards for web design, and I went on to sell that same product to reputable brands that now produce 7 figures, right, in annual rev. For thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
What does that have to do with being right? You were literally trying to be Andrew Tate in the video, bro. That has nothing to do with your accolades and what you were selling. You were literally playing a character and it didn't work, and now you're playing a different character. What's so hard for you to understand about that?
Okay, so you're assuming right now that I'm just playing a different character, but a character would imply lack of virtuous intention and almost like a fake a subject to being apart from reality.
Like you're doing right now, yes.
I've proven, right, that I hold, the beliefs in which I hold to be the case is actually what I believe in, and that's what got me kicked out of my brother's house. That's what's had me like lost friends, destroyed relationships. Fuck, I even sent a Discord announcement out on my Discord. It was like 6 or 7 months ago where I was like privately recording a debate that I was having with my mom where she was like crashing the fuck out on me, calling me a crazy liberal and like low-key like verbally abusing me because of my left beliefs. And you're just going to call all that fake too? No, I'm going to be honest, Colin. You're fucking jealous of me. You know that I'm smarter than you. You know that I'm better than you'll ever be. And you know that I make pro-liberal arguments that you cannot defeat with fact, that you cannot defeat with reason, that you cannot defeat with logic. So then you hit the absolute ultimate cope of a century, and then you just assume that even Dean doesn't believe in what he says, so therefore you don't have to believe it either. Because if you had to face the facts, if you had to man up and face reality instead of being such a little fucking boy on the internet, assuming delusions to be the case, you'd have to recognize that, unfortunate for you, Donald Trump's a piece of shit, and we have the reason, fact, logic, and argumentation to prove it. So you're like, oh, even Dean doesn't believe it, so I don't have to either. That's the problem with you. It's the cope of a century, and it is so embarrassing.
You're like going off
Maxie,
on these
thank
like
you for the
little
$10 super
monologues,
chat. I
like
appreciate you
crying
for that.
little monologues. It's really sad, bro. You could just admit that you were trying to be entertained.
Reality's sad, right, Colin? Yeah.
The reality was you were trying to play a character. You put on a costume. You sat in with the fake money or the real money. I don't really care about that. But
Colin,
you were
can I
sitting there
respond to this?
and you were literally had the sunglasses on in the nice rental, and you were like, "Look at me! I have so much money."
Yeah, it was so
because I
fucking
did
cringe,
this."
Colin.
And yeah, it was cringe, bro. It was
So-
cringe.
yes,
and now look
it's
at
so
you.
dead ass. It
You,
was
you
so
went to the
cringe.
other side of the
and as a
spectrum because
kid-
it sells more.
Wait, no,
Yeah,
he's just
and as a
repeating. He's
and
just
as a kid
repeating.
on Halloween, I dressed up as Anakin Skywalker and I played like and acted like I was Anakin Skywalker. Okay, now can I address this, Colin? You think that I'm not a grifter and I'm not scamming? So I've had private FaceTime calls with Dean where literally this was undergoing at the time and it was affecting him. So why would he have done that off the stream in front of no one but me?
Can I speak? All right.
Nicole, wait 1 second, Colin. Nicole, thank you for the $5 donation on PayPal for the grifter. Thank you so much for letting me grift off of you, Nicole. It means the world.
Okay, Parker, I see people for who they are. Like, you are truly, genuinely who you are. Dean, I see right through it, bro. You're a fake, you're a fraud, and it's just so obvious to see from the outside perspective. You tried one thing and it didn't work, and now you're just completely switched the script, and now here you are.
Do you mind if I ask you a
You're
genuine
playing a
question?
character.
Do you mind if
You're playing a character,
Can
bro. It's so
Colin answer
sad.
mine
Just
real
go
quick?
back to
Yeah,
go back.
so-
You already started your gym journey, right, bro? You're
Real
gonna
quick,
find out real quick.
real quick, genuine question. How come you didn't respond to a single thing I or Parker said? Okay, you were just
'Cause you're just
repeating.
crying.
No,
You're just
no,
crying.
Colin. Also, I'll say it once again. There's an abundance of evidence that suggests that no, Dean is who he says he is. One piece of evidence would be, right, the self-reported fact from Parker, who you deem as intellectually honest, right, and non-grifter, that would say I've never switched up on my views. Another form of evidence would be that I destroyed a relationship with my brother and got illegally evicted from his house because I'm a liberal. Another piece of evidence would be this one person on the internet who really doesn't like me that I flew out to New York to see, that has talked shit about me on the internet a lot. If you know who they are, you know. Like, went on this rant talking shit about how Dean got into a debate with their dad because they were Republican and he was liberal. And the evidence is immense. The evidence is everywhere. You would just want to deny that evidence because I'm smarter than you and you fucking hate it. You feel personally butthurt via the fact that I disrespect little boys just like you for 4 hours a day on live every single day, right? And I know that you don't have a rebuttal to this. And as soon as I'm done talking, you're just going to go right back to repeating the same script. You're playing a character, then you played a character now, even though I've heard you out for every single word that you have said and I've responded and debunked them all. Okay, you don't know what to do now, so you're just going to repeat that same script. So feel free to just ignore me and go back to repeating that same line, Colin. I obviously know that you won't respond to Parker. I obviously know that you won't respond to me. You're just going to repeat the same thing because if you wanted to engage in an intellectually honest conversation, you'd probably have to give me at least 3 tears, 1 ukulele, and a massive fucking apology.
No, I would just need you to stop talking for 3 minutes at one clip. And yo, you claim that you're smarter than me, but I know that saying the N-word is wrong on stream. Do you know that? Do you know that, Dean?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay. You didn't know back then, though.
Yes, I use
Right?
racial slurs when I was
Colin,
14.
on and off stream, it's bad. And you understand, Colin, the point of these lives is that we're trying to tell people that they can become better people, they can have different perspectives. I used to be a Trump supporter, right? I have changed. I've become a better person. I understand things now. I was misinformed when I was younger, right? That's the part of growing up and developing as people. And what Republicans who bring this up on stream fail to understand is that they are bringing this up not to acknowledge that you can progress or become a better person, but to tear other people down so that they can never progress and become better people because they themselves feel like they cannot become a better person. Or
I
they
know.
aren't good enough.
I can only just
So
imagine
stop
how much
projecting
someone
your
says the
sense of
N-word
not
when
feeling.
they,
So
turn off the
that,
camera.
here's my point. Let me finish.
When it's
Stop
on their
pro-
face the entire
stop-
time, they still say it.
So stop projecting your sense of your sense or perspective there on over yourself onto other people because it doesn't actually follow through when you apply it to other people in the same way when you apply it to yourself in that context.
Can I give the
because
defeater?
different context? Go ahead.
Okay, real quick.
Here, can I say thank you to some people first?
Preferably. Okay, yeah,
okay,
yeah, just
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Good,
go ahead.
good. No, go.
No, you can go. You can go.
Okay, okay, real quick, Colin. I'm gonna ask you a question, and this question will either gag you, get to be intellectually dishonest, or get you to apologize. So, chat. Here's what we want to do. I want you to boo Colin, right? If he gives an intellectually dishonest answer. So here's a question.
Are you gonna give me a chance to respond?
Do you still think I'm racist?
I think that you are, yeah.
How do I stop being racist?
I just think that a person who would put up a camera and record themselves live and still like have the N-word slip out of them is just a person that is
Colin,
just racist
the question
at heart.
Is, the question is no.
The question is
you're
interrupting me. You're interrupting
the question
me.
is, how do I stop being racist? You won't be able to answer, Colin. It's the defeater.
I stopped saying the N-word on camera.
Okay.
And then crying about it and saying, "I'm so sorry, everybody. Oh my god."
Okay.
I'm so sorry
in order, so Colin,
such a baby, dude.
So in
You're
order,
a bunch of dorks.
So Colin, in order to stop being racist, you're telling me that I quote unquote.
Can I say something?
No, you're telling me that in order to stop being racist, that I have to stop using slurs. So can you give me any evidence of using any slur, right, apart from what like we've already been discussing for 6 months?
If you truly aren't a racist, you should just you should go on live and donate like a lot of your money like to like black charities and stuff.
I know
like
that. I know that you're saying
do.
it. I know that you're saying that as a joke.
Have you ever donated to a black charity? Have you ever used the proceeds?
Yes. I hosted an entire fundraising live. I hosted. Oh my God, Colin! Boo! I know that you're saying this to be a little fucking rage baiter, but it's so funny because I actually have. It is so funny because this is something that I actually have fucking done. Isn't that fucking hilarious, Colin? That you bring this point up. And like a baby, I appreciate it though. Give me 4 tears.
That's you crying because all you do is cry. You get on here and you cry to a bunch of people and beg for money.
Hey, Colin. So can I ask you a question? So like again, like you said Dean is grifting. So why did he do this? Like why does he like
why did he go live as soon as he said the N-word and still accept donations? He was accepting donations. Like, thank you for the $50. Thank you for the $100.
Colin, you're talking about
dude, that's so pathetic, bro. Imagine being a grown man and putting the camera in front of your face and crying.
Colin, you understand that you're talking about multiple years ago where Dean has undergone multiple years.
That was last year.
Colin, please stop talking. No, it was not last year. That is a total fucking lie, right? Total fucking lie, right? So you're just making shit up now because you're trying to rage bait. So what I'm telling you is that Dean has undergone multiple years of growth. And I think that you need to acknowledge that. And if you don't, it's either that you're rage baiting, right? And you're not trying to acknowledge this, but also like, I just want to let you know when you do stuff like this, that causes irreparable harm to like the social fabric of how we address these certain types of problems. Because this isn't actually like,
appreciate it.
Colin, you
Parker,
see how you're not taking into account anything that I'm saying?
Get him off the fucking airwaves.
Colin, do you want to engage with what I have to say, or do you just come up here to just do that?
Get Dean
just land the plane. You guys just love to just ramble and like speak words. You guys don't even like.
I was being pretty concise.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna thank people real quick. Purdy, thank you so much for the $50 on Cash App. Thank you so much, Purdy. Thanks for being patient. I know it's difficult. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Purdy. Thank you so much. It's incredibly kind of you. Thank you. Sahalia, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Heather, thank you so much for the $45. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Heather, for the kind words. Thank you so much. Camilla, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. Thank you so much for the DNC funds for you. And hi, Dean. Christy, thank you so much for the $1. Melissa, thank you so much for the $5. Macy, thank you so much for the $10. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, everyone.
Hey,
as well as Andrew, thank you for the $1. And Josh, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
And Purdy, thank you so much for the $50 super chat over here on YouTube. I really appreciate that, Purdy.
Thank you to Audrey for the heart.
Hey, 2 questions. Do you think it's okay to believe in things without evidence?
Huh? Say that again?
Do you think
you're speaking really fast?
Do you think I'm not speaking fast? You're listening slow. Do you think it's okay to believe in things without evidence?
To believe in things without evidence?
Yep.
No.
Okay. Awesome.
I saw you say the N-word and then you put up a camera.
Okay.
And you
I'm just gonna
one question.
Sorry. I don't think it's productive with him. He's just like not engaging. I don't think we're getting anything out of that conversation.
Okay, I just like to like address certain
Yeah,
questions.
you can
with-
address it. Go ahead.
No, it's whatever. It's whatever. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's gone
fuck
now.
that last guy. Fuck that last guy, by the way.
I guess when it's about me, it just makes me want to blast him a little bit harder than usual.
I get you. I get you. Jordan, thank you for the $3. Thank you so much. Everyone knows he's insane. Yo, it's a Apollo to you.
18.
Did you vote Trump?
What? No, I don't even live in the.
Yo, it's a Apollo to you.
Hello,
How old are you?
25.
Did you vote Trump?
Yeah,
What state do you live in?
Phoenix.
That's not a state.
Oh
Jesus
shit!
Christ. You know what? You did your best. You did your best, bro. You did your best. We're gonna go to get the next guest up in here. Everybody, just do give us a minute. Hey, Juliana, I appreciate you for the $10 donation on PayPal, saying for taking accountability. I appreciate that, man. I mean, there's actually a pretty good video posted by Verena that currently has like over 5 million views in less than 24 hours, me perfectly addressing the situation. I don't know why people, I just want to say this real quick while you're getting your next guest up in here. I don't know why people continue to try to rage bait with this point to create false, fake, manufactured outrage from the right, like about like me being racist, when it is just so incredibly easy to respond to and to debunk. Like no, you can't say that like it's impossible for somebody to stop being racist, because if that's the case, Donald Trump is still a racist regardless of what he has ever done or what he will ever do, because he called all black people lazy in the 90s. But I would personally uphold there to be 3 criteria to be to go from racist to non-racist, which would be you have to hold yourself accountable, you have to apologize, and you have to have a genuine change in character. Right? If you deny these 3 character attributes in me, you definitely want to be able to find them in Trump. Therefore, you're objectively supporting a racist. But at the end of the day, you're supporting somebody that objectively wants to infringe upon the human rights of 1.4 million people in the Gaza Strip, predicated on their identity, that it like fucking called all black people lazy and denied housing applications to black people because of the color of their skin. So if you tell me that you care about me saying the N-word at 14, you're lying, and you're just creating false, fake, manufactured outrage. And it's so embarrassing for you, because we should actually care about these things. But of course, the right doesn't care about these things unless it gives them an advantage to shit on a liberal. Like, that's the only time they care about the use of slurs. But go for it, Susan.
All right, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Please, everyone, only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Again, everyone, we are just looking for some debates. Let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. If you see anyone you want to add up, Dean, go for it.
Yeah. Hey, Kat, I really appreciate you for the $20
Yo, what's up,
super
Howdy?
chat over on YouTube. Thank you, Kat.
Fuck
with a K.
Trump. I love you guys.
Appreciate it. W. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Let's get this next person up here real quick. Please, everyone, only send a guest request if you did vote Trump.
Kat, your message is incredibly kind. Thank you.
Yo, what's up? How old are you? All right, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
Did you vote Trump?
Yeah.
Why so?
Because I like his laws.
Okay. What laws?
Where are my Discord
Gun
notes?
laws.
Smell what's going on.
Which gun laws?
All of them.
Can you give me any
carries,
specific policy on guns that you like of his?
concealed carry.
Concealed carry. You
Right.
want it to be everyone to be able to conceal carry?
Wait,
He hasn't
wait.
advocated for that even.
Wait, also, wait.
What'd you say?
Did Kamala Harris have
isn't-
proposed policy to end concealed carry? Because she didn't.
Yeah.
What?
Did
There's
Kamala
no
Harris wanna
difference
ban
in the
concealed carry?
policy that you can identify between them.
Wait.
Yeah, but
None of
Trump has like
none of-
aura and shit.
Get the fuck out of here. Jen,
Yeah,
thank you for the
fuck you,
$5.
fucking fat piece of shit.
Jen, thank you for the $5 super chat over on YouTube, saying thank you for TikTok ban forcing Dean and Parker into YouTube field of view. That's awesome. Appreciate the up.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, what's good? I'm 21.
Did you vote Trump?
I did.
Why so?
I think he's a legend.
Why?
Oh, this guy was just in the chat saying that I'm racist.
Me?
Oh.
No.
Great guy.
But
Is that a picture of Good Trouble?
no, it's a picture of me from when I was younger.
I'm
But I
sorry.
think-
I'm sorry, Good Trouble. I apologize. I'm so sorry.
No, I think main reason I voted for him was like just kind of the culture change. Was sick of Biden and Kamala, and You see it immediately, the culture change take effect when you know, the social media.
So you
companies-
just like wanted to see like more bigots being bigots on Twitter, right?
No, not that. Just like I was sick of sort of the woke culture, like in the country, with like
What does that mean?
just sort of all the DEI stuff. All
Can you
the
give me an example of DI application that you disagree with?
well, just like you know, having like mandated like quotas for how many people probably you have to hire and things like that.
Name a company with a mandated quota for about race, and tell me how Donald Trump has banned that.
Well, it's a culture thing, right? So you see like
So
a lot of people. Well, I could probably look one up, I guess. Like if you give me.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Can I?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
That is. There's no way that's not GT. I'm sorry.
It actually does kind of look like him, but I don't think
It has to be, dude.
No, GT's forehead
not.
isn't as big. GT's
That's me,
forehead
bro.
isn't as big.
Okay, one
No,
sec.
I actually think it is him. I think it is him.
Oh well, if it is, I just double dissed him.
No, it's not him.
I don't think it is.
Wait, can you turn your camera on? Or is
No.
it Jim Gun? Okay.
Because it's him. But
I know.
one sec.
But why do you have a picture of GT?
Yeah, it's kind of weird, bro.
I was trying to
Are you
get
catfishing with GT?
Yeah, that's actually crazy. He was catfishing with GT.
No, yeah. How are you gonna say that we need this culture shift to a right? Then you like go on the internet and catfish with like a picture of like the biggest liberal.
It's not a catfish. I was trying to catfish him to get me on his stream.
It's not a catfish. It's a catfish.
Why were you trying to catfish him to get on your? So you admit you were
Dude.
catfishing?
Well, not cat. I don't know. Define catfish.
Well, you admit you used it yourself, so we don't have to.
Yo, Lovey, thank you for the $2 on YouTube super chat, as well as Kikyo with a $20 YouTube super chat. Saying, as a black person, I appreciate your growth in the
Sorry,
world.
one second. It's kind of hard to
perspectives.
find.
It's powerful to see someone evolve and advocate for others. Keep doing what you do, and Kikyo, I really appreciate you for the love. Thank you.
So, do you want to tell us why you have GT or not?
No, yeah, I already told you. I was trying to join his thing to debate him, and they'd never let me up.
Sure,
So I
I
was
think
like, what if I
$3.
use a picture of him? It'll get his attention.
Andrew, you think of $1? Did it work?
Yeah. He was like, "That's me," and then
And did he make fun of you?
No, he said that it was sick.
And you still haven't changed it?
No. I just come on here to.
You're a GT fan page now. I'm just letting you know.
Am I?
Can you put that in your bio?
Yeah.
Can you
Okay.
can you put GT fan page in your bio?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So can you give me one Trump policy you like? Economic policy?
Like that he's gonna drill for oil.
That's not a economic policy.
Dude.
It's not?
Where is he gonna drill? That's not. You'd have to give a policy of where he's gonna drill or what he's gonna do to increase drilling or anything like that. You just said he's gonna drill. Is he gonna be out there drilling himself on the rigs?
I don't think he would. That would be funny. But no, he's all about drill, baby, drill, man. He's gonna
drill, baby, drill is like a random platitude. Okay, that's not like a.
Oh, you need.
policy
Okay, here, I'll
position.
get one. I'll get one.
That's not a policy position.
Yeah.
Drill, baby, drill is a motto. That's a slogan.
True. One sec.
Okay.
There's got to be one. That was,
Can you ask Trump supporter? Can you name policy? Drill, baby, drill, drill. Let's just drill the fuck out of the ground.
I get it.
Everywhere, drill.
I can't fucking.
We're drilling here. We're drilling there. We're drilling
Okay.
everywhere.
Hey, if you give me a sec, man. Yeah, man. Here's a bunch of policies for you.
Oh, he's on fucking like Agenda 47 or some shit.
Oh, there's so many policies. I can't keep up with all these policies.
Dude, this guy's a fucking troll.
Wow, look at all these policies.
Okay, so what's your favorite? Oh no.
I got Dean Withers got a harassment and bullying violation.
Mainly the one.
Up to you if you want to drop Dean.
Nah.
Dean, are you dropping?
No.
No.
I'm gonna
But
stay
we
here
are
today.
dropping you.
Based.
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Keep tapping that screen to get to 1 million likes, everyone. I got about an hour or 2 hours left on the live. I got 2 hours left on the live.
I got about 20 minutes.
Hey, yo, what's up, Howdy?
I'm 20. How old are you?
Did you vote Trump?
Yeah,
Why so?
I like his policies.
Oh, like which one specifically? What's your favorite Trump policy ever drafted?
I like what he's doing with legal immigration right now.
Oh, okay. So what's like your favorite long-term solution for the southern border that Trump has proposed?
Well, he hasn't proposed any long-term solutions right now. Right now, we're kind of just trying to fix up the mess that's
Oh
already
my
at the
god.
southern border and in the cities
Wait,
we're in.
the person who was
But,
just
you
here,
know,
the person who was just here needs to come back. I kicked him too early.
I'm sorry. I heard this, and I'm currently on a bus. Hold on. Hold on.
Your mic's not working.
I'm on an event, and a live event, and everyone's like, "Do you have a TikTok impersonator on Parker's live?" And I was like, "I don't know what the fuck that means." And so now I can't hear you. So this is great. It's gonna go. This is super good.
Yeah, well, they were just on. We just kicked them off. We just kicked them off because they were just so insane. They were so insane.
It wasn't good satire.
No, it was horrible.
That
It was horrible.
sucks.
They tried to like catfish and act like they were you, and then they also were like, "Oh, I just used it to get on GT's live."
Was it my profile picture too?
It was like an old picture of you, like when you were younger. That's really funny, honestly.
Parker. Hurtful. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna save you from this. Carry on.
All
I
right,
love
for
you.
sure.
I love you. Bye.
Appreciate GT. Have a good day. Have a good day.
Okay. Bye.
That was funny. That was funny. Yeah. All right. Trey, what were you saying? Sorry. Oh, okay. Well, can't hear them.
Well, who was that dude?
I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually just hop off now.
All right, bet.
So everybody on TikTok, I love you.
Go raid me. Come join the TikTok live, everyone.
Oh, I'm gonna hang out on YouTube just for a little bit.
Okay, bet.
But everyone over on TikTok, I love you all. See you tomorrow. I gotta go do some stuff for Valentine's Day. So, bye guys.
Have
Bye,
fun.
guys.
Have fun.
Thank you. Now
Valentine's
everybody
Day, so,
over. Bye guys.
Have fun.
Bye,
Have
guys.
fun.
Everybody over on YouTube, we're gonna hang out for one moment before I do hop off. Boom. So, yeah, I had a fun day with you guys. So I appreciate everyone so much for the love. The reason I gotta hop off is I gotta go to the store and, do some stuff for Valentine's Day. I think we'll start off the night off, start off the night tonight. Pretty fun. Might go get a nice steak or two, cook some steaks, Get the lady some roses, all of the roses in a 50-mile radius. What about that? Some cute little chocolates. You know what I mean? I love you guys. I appreciate you for tuning in. And now I'm honestly just trying to find a way to end the live without having to do it through OBS. I'm pretty sure there's a way to end the live through YouTube. That's just a little better. But I can't find it. How did I do it? There's a very specific way to do it. I did it the other day. I don't know. Okay. All right, you guys. I love you all over there on YouTube. I hope that you all have a good rest of your night. If you want to continue to go watch some debates, I'd recommend going back to TikTok and hanging out with Parker. He'll be live for a while. And, yeah, I will... Wait. Those new? Wait. The super chats from Sid and Purdy, are those new or are they just still kind of hanging around? Wait. Can you guys tell me that? I'm so sorry. I'm really new to YouTube. Raymond, thank you so much for the $10 super chat saying I absolutely love what you do. Keep it up. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Are they new? Did they pop up while I was clicked out? Been there? Okay. All right. All right, guys. Go watch Parker. Love you all. Peace and love.